lunch hour, midday session as well. I'm still thinking about lunch. That was my thing. I was like, that chicken was pretty juicy. It was good. It was good. Yeah, man. Good protein for sure. Yeah, exactly. Sharif was not happy. There was no protein in the morning, which is very fair. It was just I think it was pancakes, which was very carb loaded. So yeah. So during the midday, I was listening to Trump and Carney. They met. Wasn't really looking for any trades in particular, but I know it was covered. I'm sure it was covered very well on the show. But they were talking about car manufacturers. So I was looking at GM and Ford, and I was just like, oh boy, GM and Ford both off of the open. Was the trade today, in my opinion, as a nice little flush of prior day lows continuation on. That's GM. There's Ford as well. So Ford, boom, quadunk off of the open. Ford giving us a little bit of a hint in the after hours as well, with some quadunking happening from 1269s to 1220s, and then same kind of action coming in off of the open. It even gives you a little bit of a chance. It rejects that same area, and sellers step right back in. So interesting stuff there. Other than that, the market kind of reverted. I was looking at a couple different reversions. I was looking at MSTR. That one was sold off a little bit here, made a low of 329s, and a nice push into 37s. So a nice little 30 to $7 push. And then Tesla as well. I was actually watching this puke all the way down into 37s, and I was like, oh boy, I definitely want to be here for the reversion. And I'm like, I'm going to let it sell off a little bit. I'm going to go grab some lunch real quick. I did like this, and then I was looking at this kind of a pop here. I'm like, okay, well, if this breaks trend, by the time I went to go grab some lunch, took a bit of a break, it came all the way back to like 444s. I was just like, what?
Did you have lunch here, or
yeah.
somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you, what did you wind up having?
Sorry?
You had the chicken that was here.
Yeah, the chicken, yeah. So, I went outside for a little bit, kind of just for a walk, and then grabbed some lunch. So by that time I had done all of that, the trade was already done. And it goes to say again, like, this is the kind of market where you get up, you walk away for a bit, 100%. Like, there's going to be stuff that, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Those were nice. Got to stay at your desk, man.
Yeah, you don't stay at your desk all the whole time. We went out, and we actually missed a dip down in Tesla, to your point. So first of all, we have a new position right here. Those of you that were watching the midday show is having some fun with my guy, Sharif. How big is this coffee? That's what she said, but I shouldn't really say that. Free.
Really? On the points, yeah. The roll up
reward. Points.
Nice. Good stuff. I know I have a Tim's app. I don't think I've opened it in a few months.
Yeah, it's like if you buy 6 coffees or whatever, your deck goes free, stuff like that. Anyways,
I don't really go to Tim's that often.
Way too much, way too much coffee, but like, I'm a value guy, Like, I'm always open up the app.
Value investor.
Yeah, value coffee buyer.
Yeah, true.
Like, no, but
coffee bean futures.
Honestly, but so you just said that thing about the app. Like, for me, like, if I'm going to McDonald's, like, I'm always giving my code. I'm getting those points, getting all that, because I honestly, like, food is way too expensive. So you can get a free coffee every once in a while. We'll take it. But we do have SMR, and we're getting ready to talk about it. Let's see if this flushes down again. I just saw this name down 3%. Market heading lower underneath VWAP, a level. Bam, 50 cents. Tesla. I mean, this was the story about going away. Like, this is when I'm doing the laps. Right there. 54 25-meter lengths. We'll do the math on that. We'll figure out how far that is today. But I thought it was pretty good. I'm getting the PRK vision in one eye fixed on Thursday, Friday. So I'm not here Thursday, Friday, and I just got off the phone, which is why I was a couple seconds late. I may not be here Monday.
Okay.
No, and I may not be here Monday, which is when Trade the Pool is here.
Oh boy. I mean,
I'm gonna try. They're saying you got to watch out. Like, if the vision is fine, come in, no problem.
Yeah.
But
if it's a little blurry, you don't want to stress.
I want to deal with Mitch. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, okay. So yeah, we missed an opportunity on Tesla. So anyways, we got out. We got out at 443, but I was still holding some for the move down. And by the time I got back, it was just too late, and the move started happening again. So I averaged in, got short. Then it went to 450, and I was like, okay. That's the level that we liked in the first place. So all the way back down, now you're kind of barcoding. So we'll look to take a little bit more out here on Tesla. But yeah, man, we come back when we're at the high spot we've been at all day. And part of it is this SMR trade. And then we did the reload in Tesla. So we about doubled our day up on Tesla right there. We have one out that was all the way up. SoFi, wow. Again, missing out on the reload down there. If you know, where's that bottom? 2668. We're doing this together. I didn't even know SoFi did this. I'm just reviewing some of my trades from today. But Obi.
Yes.
SoFi, 27 long. So, all right, so here's the long, 27 off the open.
Boom.
Goes $1.80, right?
Let's go.
All right, so now let's review our notes again. 2665 being the bottom, right? So if you're going to read the note here, SoFi, 2665 as support. Okay, so let's just review right now. So 2668. I have it right here. It says 24. Obviously, that's not right. 2665. So missed opportunities there. But to your point, you know, you got to be at your desk to hit these trades.
Yeah.
Anyway, SoFi up 5%. All right, that's trading. We do have a move back up right now in Tesla. So as we talked about it, it is taking off a little bit here. I'm going to punch out. There we go. Get a little bit out there, 56. Punch a little bit out as we get back to the upside. We're still $1.50 in the money. Good. We want to take that. But look at the market now trying to battle back. I don't even know if Tesla released anything today, but I guess it's going to be on the board. Yeah. All right, we're ready to go. Here we go. Let's go back over to the desk with Sharif and start our rundown.
Get it, Randy. Welcome to the Afternoon Rundown, the show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. Obi in for Neil. The big boys, they're locked and they're loaded and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get those tickers right there is to join us in the chat at any time of the day. The cutoff time, though, is 2 o'clock. And get your vote in for your favorite ticker, followed, of course, by that $sign, and then put in whatever ticker your heart so desires. Let's look at the 4 major averages, and yes, they are all in negative territory, coming in from all-time highs. That includes the Russell as well, guys. The ES down about more than 0.5%, losing and rejecting that 6,800 point area we were talking about in the pre-market. The Nasdaq trying to hold on to 25,000 boys, about 20 points ahead of that. It's also down 0.2% on the day, and the Dow a little bit less than 0.5%, down into 46,750. It is the best performing major average on the day, and the worst performing one, of course, is the Russell 2000. Small caps getting hit to the tune of about 1.33%. Let's start off, though, with the first ticker as decided by you, TSLA, down 1%. We're still waiting for all these Tesla headlines to release new products. Speaking of those new products, guys, a Tesla plant manager in Berlin said that the new stripped down Model Y will be, to quote him, about 10% less expensive, reports electric editor, citing, of course, Germany's Handblatt plant there. So Tesla, guys, still waiting on any details about a new Model Y, but leaks coming in from the Germany plant manager.
Okay, that makes, you know, that's, I don't know if it makes sense, but they were just talking about it. Yeah, why they might be doing that. But it's interesting. Today we got a strong sell-off of the open. We were already seeing some weakness. So I know people yesterday we were talking about, like, maybe there's flying cars, there's propellers going on. I don't know, maybe it's a flying Optimus. It's a stripped down Model Y. So it seems like the price action was stripped down a little bit as well, all the way down to 436s today. Nice little capitulation action happening there. I was sitting at my desk in and around here watching the sell-off happen, just waiting for I guess Trump and Carney to kind of finish to see if we would do anything. And it seems like the bid came in and around that time as well when they did finish and stepped off for some more private talks as well. But I think the area to get in here for the potential long was that 440 consolidation that did kind of break the downtrend. You can see here, simply just putting in a little bit of a trend here. in and around this area. That downtrend breaks, and then that bid starts to step in, and now we're holding on top of VWAP as well. The 450 was quite nice as well for a quick scalp back down into VWAP. That reversion came in pretty nicely as well. So yeah, that's the look here on Tesla. It seems like it's trying for that 450 once again as of right now. Like I said, we've broken that multi-hour downtrend, and the bid seems like it's on now. The market's kind of consolidating on top of 25,000. It's slowed down as well after aggressive multiple back-to-back candles of red on both the ES and the Nasdaq. So yeah, that's what I got on watch on Tesla. If the market it looks like it's going to bounce from here, I think looking at high a day is definitely well within range. Only about a few dollars away. 452.66 is Tesla day high. It's done pretty much nothing in terms of a daily move as it's just gone sideways. So let's see if it gives us any more great opportunities. I think the short was great. The reversion long was great. Let's see if we get a bit of a breakout push of that day high, and then prior day high as well, coming in at just under 455. So that's the look here. But I think Sean's the one who's been trading this one a little bit more. So I'm sure he has a couple of things to say on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's coming back up right now. So we were just emptying the clip down there. We talked about that, and we had liked the 450 level. So what I wrote down here today, and it looks like, I don't know, I mean, the market's, I guess, breaking higher. I mean, breaking the 50-period moving average. So right now we're only 40 cents in the money. We just took a little bit out there as we came back up. So I like Tesla. I think it's a good stock, and I think it's going to continue to work. The reason for the short bias today, and we only have shorts, right? These are all the purples on here are all short. So the reason why we have it is just I had thought that this announcement would have been more dramatic. When I came in today and read our morning note, it just simply, I'm going to take another piece out right here at 55. Ooh, he just missed us at 55. Or did we get that? Oh, no, we got it. Okay, there's so much volume that goes through. Sometimes I miss the fill. Let me zoom in so you can see. There it is. So anyways, I was just thinking that it was a little disappointing when I read that release, right? That the only thing that Tesla was going to do was knock off 10 grand or whatever, 10% off. And the quality of the car was cheaper. So it's like, I don't know. I'd rather buy like a higher quality car, pay a little bit more, and grab something that you're more happy with. But I don't know. So I thought that was disappointing. I mean, we talked about eVTOLs. We talked about the Model 2. It was just like possible robo-taxi stuff, and I just felt disappointed with that release, right? And so here it goes. We're going to get taken out right now. My stop order is already in, breaking through 540. So if we do that, then we're gone. I'm going to give it a couple pennies north of that, like maybe 30 pennies, 540.30, but that's 550, sorry, 550, 450, hello, on Tesla. But yeah, so just bias was short the whole day, and it worked great. I mean, we were short there, 450. That touched out to 436. That's another $14. We had a huge winner in this yesterday. We did it again here today. So I really like trading Tesla. And my P&L number one today comes from the next name. So let's go over and find out what up with Advanced Micro Devices.
All right, guys, we're going to do SoFi before we do AMD. I do apologize about that. So SoFi up almost 6% here, but off the highs, 28.84 on this headline. Looks like the Trump administration could look to sell some of its student loans and take it off the books. SoFi, of course, part of their moat is the refinancing of higher interest student loans, guys. So SoFi up 5 2/3.
Boom, 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 boom. So that's, anyways.
All right, yeah, we're talking about some blue ocean. You don't want to go in an ocean if it's not blue, really, but I mean, the different colors, it's based on underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so like, have you ever heard of the Blue Lagoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one place I want to go to. So
the Blue Lagoon.
I'm in
the Black Lagoon. That I think wasn't that was that a
Blue Lagoon is what?
Robert Munch book, I think, or the Black Lagoon?
Oh, there's a story about Robert Munch actually. Yeah. So he's dementia right now, so it's pretty serious. Mm-hmm. And he's going to, unfortunately, pass away from that.
I read about that.
He says the assisted suicide.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So it's kind of sad.
I mean, great author. I grew up on his stuff.
Yeah, my daughter was asking about it because she had heard it somewhere, someone at school, so we had to explain to her what that was all about. So unfortunately, but shout out to Robert Munch. Yeah, great. I have tons of his books, man. I wish I could remember more about them. If Neil or maybe you do, what some of them were, the names of them. But
I don't remember the names off the top, but I remember like the art style was absolutely like he had a specific art style, and I just loved all of his books. There's one I don't remember specifically, but it's this. So the kid goes to like a museum, and then he like climbs onto the ceiling, and then there's like dragons and stuff like that. I always forget the name.
Right.
Book.
That's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I love that one. But anyways, but yeah, AMD, man, AMD.
Yeah. So you want to go with it?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, we're doing SoFi right now.
SoFi, okay.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, so all right, let's do SoFi. So we skip over AMD. We'll do AMD after, or maybe we won't. I don't know. But yeah, SoFi was a great long. I mean, look, I bought some yesterday off open. I really like the stock. I think this is a big time millennial, big time like younger, maybe even a bit older than that, but generation where we don't have to bank anymore at, okay, well, Tesla's coming back down again here. Now Tesla's back in for $1, but breaking through 449. You don't have to anymore bank at BAC or Wells Fargo or JP Morgan or any of those banks anymore. You have a little bit, a little traditional. And SoFi is just getting involved with that game, right? They got their banking charter license back in 22. They now offer mortgages and all that kind of stuff. And I was actually just thinking about it, and I see some people in the chat talking about this all the time. And it's just like, the more and more that, you know, we get, because it actually hit me the other day, and I said this story, where my son signed up for a bank account right by my house at TD Bank, and it was the exact same thing that happened to me when I was younger. There was Scotiabank or whatever right by my house, and right by my school, and that was the bank that I bank with, and then all of a sudden, it's just, I never left them.
Yeah.
So then all my credit cards, my investment portfolio, like all of this stuff is now like pigeonholed with basically one company.
Yeah.
So I thought about it, and I think that's the benefit of Robinhood. And I think that's, and I just pointed over there to my guy Joe, but I think that's the benefit of all of these newer apps. It's why I like Oscar. It's like, once you start banking with somebody, or even your cell phone, right? Like the minute you go to T-Mobile or Verizon or here, Bell or Rogers, and you get good service, and you're happy with the price, it's kind of hard to get you off of that, right? I mean, whatever some other company offers you, they'll match it or beat it. And so I was just like, you know what? I like SoFi. We had a dip down into the 50-period moving average right here on the daily, and I pulled the trigger there, like literally right there. And you know, now it's just maturing. This is one that I plan on holding forever. Okay, right now there's a nice move down for Tesla, right into the 50-period moving average again. So Obi, I'm going to take this time. Bang, punch it out, get some out right there at 66, as there's the fall down. Like all we're trying to do right now is stack. Like we're having, again, a good day here. Not the best day, and but definitely a green day, and a couple, about 2 times the kind of goals that we're setting for ourselves. Anyways, I like SoFi. We went long today. It's coming back in. We'll talk about it as a trade moving forward, but that's the idea there for SoFi. Did you see anything different than that? Or?
I mean, I didn't really see anything too crazy, other than I just found it interesting where it bounced off
and that's the level that we wrote down.
Yeah, that's like it was very distinct, and I think that you hit that level right on the nose there, and beautiful reversion that came in off of that. So right away, there's 2 things that for me, from my perspective, kind of stand out: is this long here and then this short here. Maybe the long off of the open as well was really nice. If you have the clip right in on those 27s, but here's the thing: you had to have planned for that, and you had to have kind of prepared for that. And we saw again, you had this one right off of the open, right? So it's like that's. I really like that as well. I got to do a little bit better at getting those entries right off of the open. Those are straight up snipes. But I kind of like the reversions. This reversion after it's done the bidding, I like that one as well. And the reversion after it's done the selling, it's had nice, strong, and long extended legs. So that's what stands out on this one. But bigger picture, yeah, a little bit of an uptrend going into the middle of the week here on SoFi.
All right, boys, AMD up another 3.5% yesterday after the 20-plus some odd move we had yesterday on their new tie-up with OpenAI. Looks like as if OpenAI and AMD have struck a deal for about 6 gigawatt build-out of advanced AI compute. It is for the MI450 AI GPU made by, of course, AMD. And looks like OpenAI is going to get about a 40% discount on that, boys. So AMD up a little bit less than 3.5%.
Okay, look, I mean, this is the very first trade that I think either one of us, or you had TMQ in the pre-market or whatever that was, but we also had AMD in the pre-market. I love the 210 support plus that 213 break long. So there it is right there. It's a #1 trade idea on the note there today. So I just said upgraded today. Obviously, we just read that there to you. And it's day 2 of the OpenAI deal, momentum play. We talk all about momentum and how it's king, really, and it was, right? So here's 213. So basically, it breaks 213 right there. And the reason why we like 213 is we sort of showed you that it was yesterday's top, so that's 213 right there. So we got 214, it came in again, we took some more out. Then right there, right before open, when we got those imbalances, it came right into 213. And then for some reason, it cranked even down in, those are the imbalances right there, went down into 214.50. So I was like, hey man, if I like the 213, I'm going to punch the long anyways right there. And we were able to get a good position when it came down there. We got about a unit and a half there. We're pretty comfortable with it. It was 5 minutes before. We did have some drop down areas that we were somewhat concerned with. But all in all, we got lucky. As soon as the market opened up, man, and even just after we punched long, it took off. And there it goes, man. This is a 212.50. That's 218.50. That's $6 within the first 5 or 6 minutes. So we rang the registers like crazy. It looks like planting some red roses up there. Got out, and the reason why we got out again, I wasn't sure we were going to break 220. And I know that was a level, and Obi had a good short, and I'm going to leave that to him. But we were getting out there because it just wasn't going. And then eventually, it came right back into that 213 again. So we got out the rest right here, 214 for $1. And then boom, right into there. It tried it again, and we got out as fast as we could. Then it ripped back to VWAP, Obi, and tanked, went back to VWAP and tanked again. So AMD, look, I don't want to say the emperor has no clothes here, because AMD came close to all-time highs. But this stock will fall back in a little bit. That move yesterday was 25-30% up on that OpenAI deal. I love it. It's great. OpenAI's buying a lot of these, not buying a lot, committing to buying a lot of these GPUs. Where will they find that money from? Nobody knows. But apparently, Lisa Su's not worried about it. So I'm gonna hold that to the NVIDIA deal with OpenAI, the AMD deal with OpenAI. Are going to be legit. They're going to work out. But honestly, I'd rather have my money in NVIDIA, and AMD today just pulling back in. Kill him with your short, Obi.
Yeah, man. I think.
Look at Tesla.
Something important to mention is the levels that we defined yesterday. Yesterday we had an outlier day, 35% up, and even before yesterday began, I was like, yeah. If you guys joined us, I was like, yeah, okay. So there are some support and resistances that we should probably define because they do stand out on the chart, unlike any others. And guess what? Today, those exact support and resistances came in on day 2. 218s had a crazy reserve. Like, this is the trade. If there was one trade in my playbook that I had to be, aggressively sizing and aggressively pushing into, was against this 218 reserve seller that did get taken a little bit, but stepped right back in and then push it. I guess sellers stepped right back in. And we got these crazy wipes that we were just talking about all the way back down into Anchored. Anchored was holding well. I like the long off of it. But once that fails, we keep talking about this concept of what's it showing us and is it doing more of the same? Guess what? Sellers in charge very much from levels from yesterday, 218s, and showing up on the tape as well. And then VWAP holding as resistance on back-to-back attempts. So it's like if you don't have it here and you don't have it here, oh boy, what am I doing if I don't have it here on the retest of VWAP at like 12:30? Sellers are stepping right back in for a nice little $4 scalp this time, I guess, from 214s all the way down to 210s, right? So it's showing you what it wants to do. It's showing you that it's respecting some of these price levels from prior day. So I think it's been a great trading vehicle overall. How did I trade it? I did get a little aggressive here in the morning session on those 18s, but didn't really give me a chance to get aggressive, as aggressive as I'd like, because it came in and stopped me out. But that was the trade, man. The trade has been short, and that short has been working pretty well. We saw sellers step in pretty aggressively yesterday as well. So it seems like more of the same today as we still consolidate sideways within that range. But overall, when it does sell off, it's pretty aggressive. So unless and until these sellers can step off, I'm going to be just watching this consolidation and just taking some of these legs, man. Absolutely clean legs across the board. The pop and drops were kind of scary when it was doing the $2-3 push, but both ways, but I think once it kind of calms down and gives you that VWAP retest, I think that's the place to get involved with AMD. But great trading vehicle regardless.
I mean, I love all these chip names have been so awesome.
Beautiful,
so.
yeah.
All right, Tesla, by the way, cranked. We just got a 447 bid as it just went down. I don't know if this was right or not. I'm bidding 445 flat. It went down to 445 like tens or something. But anyways, apparently the new Model Y is now live on the website. I saw some people talking about that on the chat. All right, TMQ, you were trading this earlier. Let's go find out about it.
Here it is. I'm getting information now about this. So Tesla website shows standard rear wheel Model Y in the U.S. priced at $39,990. Yeah, that's all I've got so far, guys, and that's not really saying a whole lot. So I'll keep you guys updated if I see more. Next on the list here is TMQ. Big move for this company today as the Trump administration is getting more aggressive in addressing the critical mineral shortage in the United States, looking to rely less on China. They want to take a 10% stake in the Canadian miner, guys. It is rich, or the area where they own, called the Ambler Mining District. It's rich in copper, cobalt, gallium, germanium, among other metals, and the stock, as a result, is up 240%, thereabouts.
I was just looking up to see if it's on. Yeah, no, I'm on the Canadian website here. It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's here. They just have this is the Model Y that we have. I actually think it's a really.
That's
I
slick,
like
man.
the look of the car.
Oh, that's slick.
Man, I really like that Fabian right there. I've just got a Model 3. But anyways, yeah.
What's the tag on that?
What the? Oh, Quebec has what? This?
Yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Let me see how much this thing
See what that is. I'm curious.
So Canadian dollars is about 1.4 US dollars. So there it is right there.
Nice.
That's pretty cheap,
That's
actually.
not bad at all.
65 Canadian?
For a Y? Is that CAD? Are we on the Canadian website?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry, what?
Yeah, man. We're on the Canadian website, the English.k.
All right.
CA. Wow, that's pretty cheap, no?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What's the financing rate? 4.69? That's not too bad either. I don't know. What's the leasing rate? 0 down, 48 months, 16,000 kilometers. I don't know what the rate is, but yeah, the cash price right there, 64 and change, and it actually has pretty much like you can up the tires a little bit. I mean, if you need a hitch or not, the colors are what they are there. The full self-driving is only $99 a month. You don't pay $11,000 for it. I mean, if you wanted to, I have the home charger. But yeah, okay, so. Nice, man. Isn't that pretty reasonable?
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Okay.
And
I have
that's not with the FSD package, though, right?
The FSD is only $100 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't have like a one-time. They don't have a one-time pay.
Yeah. That's
for
what
FSD.
11 grand.
Okay, 11 grand for
but
the one time.
I was just saying, like 11 grand. If it's only $100 a month.
Yeah.
That's
so,
8
like,
years.
You're gonna hold. Yeah. You gotta. Well, you just gotta do.
Holy
like,
crap. Okay, right now we are now $5 in the money as Tesla paying for everything right now. Nice move to the downside right now. Bye-bye.
You start
there
showing
it goes
their vehicle and...
yeah, there it goes right now to the downside. Right here goes Tesla. I mean, this is back to back to back. Now we wrote down 450. There it goes to the downside right now. Wow, big mover right here on Tesla. Yes, sir. How low can we go? Look, I'm a Tesla shareholder, but I mean, for right now, that level is 443 and change. So here we go, man. They unveil the new car and they lose a little bit of market cap right here. But remember, this is not going to matter at the end of the day. 442. Let's put a bid down there. Maybe we get it. 442.51. We'll put a bid right there. Oh yeah, we are cruising right now. My bad for interrupting there. I don't mean to be happy about my own trades or anything like that, but it is a nice. Okay. Nice move to the downside right here. As I recover here, let me go over to Sharif.
All right, guys, so apparently it's the new Model Y, not just lower or less range and cheaper. It's not going to have a wraparound ambient lighting inside, nor is it going to have a glass roof, according to the website. More information coming on this. Base price, as Sean mentioned, $39,990, and it's going to have a range of 321 miles, and it's rear-wheel drive only.
Okay, I was just telling my buddy there because he was asking me. I was telling the story last Thursday. Went over. It's a coach that I coach with in baseball, and he wanted to check out the Model 3, and he's trying to grab a Model Y.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell him about this. Do you know, Sharif, if this is coming to Canada at all? I guess it probably is. Okay, probably later. Yeah. All right. So Wow, we are really starting to crank lower right now. So, all right. Again, $6 in the money. Couldn't be happier with this trade, but we do have to go over to Obi for a quick second.
Yes. So guys, each year, 3.8 million concussions are reported in the United States, yet there's still no FDA-approved treatment. NYSE-listed Oragenics, that's OGEN, is changing that with its first in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access. With the concussion treatment market projected to reach $8.9 billion by 2027, Oragenics is uniquely positioned to lead the way. Learn more and schedule a meeting today. All right, yeah, this market, I mean, that flush came in real nice, man. It's funny, you were just talking about the Tesla, and it just comes in like that, no news, nothing, increased volume, crack a structure, and I think something significant is that 450, double reject, double top, right? You can't get past that 450 being a little bit of an interesting level from yesterday as well. You can see nice grinding bid yesterday. I was looking for this trend to break, and guess what? Price action is definitely king. It does break in the after hours. Selling doesn't come in until the open session. Interesting stuff. But it seems like this 450, a little bit of pressure here in the morning session and now as well. So yeah, that's the Tesla move. I think we're talking about. Are we covering TMQ now, or?
Do you want to go? Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we can look at this one. I was watching this one in the morning session. This was the trend that was defined. Strong news, nice continuation, but I think the move already pretty much happened in the pre-market for the intraday. Since then, we had the flush off of the open. That was nice. A failure to follow through back through some of these pre-market levels. But since then, we've kind of just balanced and traded sideways. So that's interesting. I'm gonna have continued eyes on this throughout the rest of the week, and maybe for a little bit longer as well, as it kind of starts to build the price action as the story builds as well, right? We're seeing some of these companies, these rare earth companies, just base, accumulate, have another leg, and we've seen examples of that. So this might be the next one. So who knows? I'm definitely going to be watching it. That government bid is definitely nice.
All right, one more, and then we got to Sharif's putting overtime in here. SPRB.
Yes, sir. Spruce Bio Sean, big mover yesterday, adding a little bit today, about 52%. The FDA granted their breakthrough therapy designation for Sanfilippo syndrome type B treatment. Just to give you an idea of the price action of this stock, guys, we are about 2,000% in the green over the last 6 months.
Just want to, not that SPRB is one of these. I mean, we had that Frog or Turbo or something before, but you know, roving one right here, Sean trades real stocks, not just manipulated small cap ones with delayed reporting and all that kind of stuff. No, it has nothing to do. I think that when you're trading, Obi and I talk about this all the time, I've really put my work and my effort into studying and trading these large cap names, which is why you'll always see, like, I'm in SMR. Like, SMR right now is 65 cents in the money. And I trade this the same kind of ways, right? I think it's just find what you do best and then just keep on hitting it over and over and over again. Like, regardless of, you know, like, I was doing really well on IPOs, you know, and you're similar. Like, you were TMQ Figma. Like, we're going where the volume is. And for me, I just don't put a lot of shares, you know, into smaller cap names just because, again, they're a little bit too violent for my style of trading, but definitely, you know, we know just as many traders that make just as much money on like what we call like rebate kind of styles, closing trades, IPOs, small. The guys on the midday will focus on small cap and even crypto. Like Joe trades probably more crypto than small cap, and I'll trade the futures. I'm not speaking for anybody. This is what we're doing. Obi tries to trade like basically trend breaks and everything, things that you look at. Moves. You came today and you had 6 charts that you were looking at. So, you know, different things like that. And I really, honestly, not just because Sharif's just standing beside me and he has huge arms, but I look, the work that he does in the morning, like, I get the watch list, I get that sheet, I see which names have activity on them, and I kind of just do the work around there, right? So I think that that's why you have to have a solid idea of what you want to do, and we're lucky enough to have a solid team around here, so it's all good. So that's the whole thing about what we're trying to do. And that SPRB, I mean, I like this stock. Yesterday, I mean, here's the here's my tweet yesterday. Like if you're following me, Obi and I were looking at this stock yesterday at this time. By the way, very, very proud of my. Anyways, I was just about to say get it there, but that's Sharif's line. So here it is right here. Feeling like SPRB might have found a top on this latest halt. Let's see, 148.50, right? That was yesterday at 2:30. Right now, 2:38. Look at that, man. 24 hours. We brought that up, right? So that was at 2:30 yesterday. We thought that was a top. So let's look at the chart right here yesterday. So it's going to be hard. Is this yesterday? Wait a second. 9 o'clock. Yeah, this is all today. Okay. I thought this was it. So this was it right there, 238. Yeah. So 160. So that's where we made the call right here. That's the halt right there. And then, so remember I was mad that we didn't get that 135 short? Well, it went to $99. You know, and so I was upset because we were trying 100 shares, which would have, look, I mean, we might have made $1,000 on it or something, but that would have been lucky because I didn't know it was going to drop $35. And then to the point of roving there in the chat, then it just does this. And it goes to $300. So it's just, to me, it's a little bit more risk than anything else. When I could just sit here on Tesla and make $9 right now on Tesla pretty clean. So there's the next fill on Tesla. 440, 441. But anyways, all right, SPRB quickly.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, I would prefer Tesla as a better vehicle just because I would say I can control my risk a little bit better there. And that's what matters to me. But yeah, no, SPRB today, I don't know, sideways chop. This was pretty wild yesterday. This was a little interesting to me. The stuff that kind of happened in and around here after we were, you know, it got to our attention in and around after the second halt there. So that was interesting stuff. This is absolutely wild here, but you can see VWAP has been holding as a little bit of resistance since the open and even in the pre-market session as well. So I guess if you saw that and you observed that happening, then maybe there's something there. But you can see it's sustaining these prices. It's sustaining above prior days. So if this thing goes on another leg and it's accumulated some fresh shorts here or whatever have you, then yeah, I have no idea what this thing is going to do. But it's fun to watch. It's interesting to watch. I'm going to continue watching it and observing. Yeah, a lot of people in the Twitterverse just talking about how they're blowing up or kind of taking hits and losses on some crazy moves here. I pointed out in the morning session that, yeah, this might have been a great short. It gave you a nice double top underneath 50, but it really failed to follow through back down below $30. And that's when it all kind of started here, a little bit of a squeeze trap there. It's a trap. And that trap is still being held here as we're trading much, much higher today and sustaining these prices as well. So price acceptance as well. Exactly. It's a trap. So that's the look here on SPRB. But I definitely agree with Sean when he says that, yeah, there are definitely better vehicles where I feel a lot more comfortable trading in, and that's going to be that's mainly going to be large caps for me. But anything that really moves and is part of my setup is well within range. I'll say that much, is well within range. So let's see, where is the next trade? That's what I'm asking. Farmer Bob saying check Poet. Let's see what this Poet is up to here. Poet Technologies, is it doing volume? What's the
maybe
large? Okay, so the float, it's not necessarily a large cap. It's about almost 700 million market cap with about a 90 million share float. But yeah, it's doing some stuff today. Nice little strong leg to the upside, it would seem, here on Poet Technologies. So good job identifying this one. Nice little capitulatory top as well. It's like exhaustion here at 813's highest volume bar that you get on the day after a run and then just slams back in. So this is, I think that's great as well. So if you're watching this, I'm probably, if I'm watching this, I'm probably hitting this on the back through 8 as the trend breaks in and around here for a potential reversion to VWAP. But here's the thing, it already kind of did that move already. It seems like the market's starting to curl here as well. I did get involved in a little bit of Figma as that's starting to break down through the day low. I don't necessarily like taking breakouts or breakdowns that much. I've talked to you guys about this before. It's a bit of a chase, but I also kind of ended that with, yeah, it's chase in specific situations is definitely more than valid in my opinion. Let's see if this one kind of works out. We did get down to 59s earlier, and I'm looking for a little bit lower, man, to be honest. We are in a bigger picture downtrend on this one. We had a crazy bit of a move yesterday, giving back some of the move now. So we'll see how far it can get. But holding structure, it was holding structure on top of 60, and we kind of broke that down. Market's not really doing anything too crazy, and we know how these IPOs, man. These IPOs definitely have a lot of bags in them, and if they've been downtrending, then you know majority of people offside is going to be longs, I think. So that's the idea I have going on. Let me know what you guys are trading. I'm watching AMD.
We might get 440. Like 440 is going to hit right now. I'm going to go to 440.50. Right there and get out of something. So, I mean, it's a nice move down. We'll see if we can hold, and then we'll just wait to see what the eventual bottom is here. I mean, it's $10. I had this discussion with Neil the other day. He was like, you know, he hasn't seen anybody put on, you know, trades to this extent consistently, right? But I mean, every day I'm trying to do it. So, and I think we did it again here today. We did it yesterday. We're trying to do it, and I think that you got to just be specific on trying to do this. And I don't hold that many shares. Like it was literally a half hour ago. Like I was just talking about, like, oh my God, it's going to break, and we were getting out for like 50 cents there, and now it's $10. You know, so it just broke. All right, man. Yeah, let's just keep on doing this, my guy. Great trade, man. You know, yeah, it's I don't know. It's, and I don't, like, I really took it what you guys talked about trying not to, like, but I'm happy about the trade. That's the thing. Like when we write it down, we take all shorts all day, and it's nice. Like it feels good to have these kind of trades on. And I mean, and I don't want to overextend anything, but like if you're trading options or something like that, these are the kind of plays, like to get in and out of a trade for 5-10 cent loss, 20 cent hit, stuff like that. It just, for me, it just doesn't, like you need to have some plays like this. And we're coming off of like a couple good months in a row. So my confidence is pretty high. I mean, just even on this one, the things we have written down on here, AMD, SoFi, SMR, and Tesla. The things we traded today, AMD, OpenDoor, SML, SoFi, Tesla. So we have the right stocks here and we have the right plays. So, I mean, now SMR out of nowhere is $1. And all we did was the same kind of thing. And Obi sat down here at 2 o'clock and I'm like, hey, dude, like, I just took this trade and it was the same kind of trade as always. Like, you see, so you found a level there from yesterday, right? Like, I don't know. It wasn't breaking it. To me, I mean, my stop is still in on SMR. Like, if we broke through 50s, like, we were going to get out if we broke through this top. So right now, this is a 15-cent stop, and it's in the money 92 cents. So we take our first outs for like 1-to-1, then it just starts to bleed, right? All the way down in. And like right now, I'm probably going to, let's just do it again. Let's just take another fill right here. See if we, well, I just bid 39s and a 40 showed up in my face. So we're bidding 39s in that area right there. So if we can get that, that's all good. But right now, man, we're $13 in the money. We're 12. We're 11 on this one and $1 right here. And it just, to me, it just all makes sense. It's not even like, you know, I don't think we did anything too crazy. That's all. Amazon might be the next. Oh, I picked up the Apple Watch 10. It was off 30% off. Apparently good for swimming. Waterproof, 50 meters.
Nice.
The pool I go into is yay deep. And I never dive down to the bottom of the deep end or anything like there. So, yeah, we picked it up. So we'll spend all our money that we make today on a new watch.
Let's go.
And we'll get back. On this. People, I think you're right, Christopher Munoz. There, miserable people will find. Oops, I'm not supposed to show this anymore. We have a new thing on here. Fabian has actually set something up for questions on here, but see, it's not really working in here. But anyways, let's just keep on going with this. I like Amazon. Before we go over to Adara, I just wanted to say this could have been another trade on Amazon. I didn't take it because I was already short the other names, but it's like, sure, you poke your head above VWAP a little bit there around 1230, but we respected it there. We basically respected it there, and we did respect it here. So those kind of plays, right? I like it. The only thing about Amazon is still positive into a negative marketplace. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this Tesla ride. What's up, Adara?
Yeah, just keep an eye here on GM. I'm seeing reports here, or I guess according to a document, the U.S. Department of Energy is considering revoking nearly $1.1 billion in grants for GM and Stellantis for auto plant retooling. So again, Department of Energy reportedly considering revoking grants for GM and Stellantis for auto plant retooling. GM already near days lows, but either way, interesting note here for GM and STLA, and back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, no, those both those GM and Fords were pretty interesting off of the open there, but yeah, no worries. Yeah, GM getting a little bit of a shake and bake, so a little bit of a continuation here. So on that, I really liked the short earlier, but this, it seems like it's wicking its lows pretty aggressively, pulling back in into some of these highs. So nice little consolidation for the past multiples of hours. So it pretty much based off after the initial opening sell-off there, opening drive to the downside here, all the way down into, what is that, 556s, all the way by 10:15-ish. So yeah, nice little flush there on GM. We saw a similar thing happen here with Ford as well. Just a bit of a continuation, right? A bit of a continuation from yesterday. So good stuff happening there. I just want to see what stuff has been doing strong volume on the day. So let's take a quick look at that, at some of these volume gainers. First and foremost, yeah, Trilogy Metals. We know this was on watch in the pre-market session. Pretty crazy opportunities there across the board. Plug Power, we've been seeing this one on the leaderboard quite often. As you can see, it's been doing relative volume and selling off once again off of the open. Yesterday we got aggressive selling. Today we also got some aggressive selling off of the open on Plug Power, and that's after multiple days of buying as well. So you can see here, we'll just go up straight up to a higher time frame. Let's just go to a weekly, I guess. And you'll see what I'm talking about right here. So weekly, this thing has been pretty strong over the past few weeks. Some would argue maybe past couple of months as well, but you can see the real extensions start to happen in September. So September 15th, the week of September 15th, you start really getting these extended bars, aggressive buying, all the way from $1.50 to $4.50 in about 4 weeks. So we talk about things that are going crazy percentages. Plug Power gave you 200% in the past roughly, 4 weeks. Imagine just running some options on that, man. Absolutely crazy with that. DataVault DVLT, this thing's running again. This one was on radar like last week, no? Yeah, you can see it's been having crazy moves. So this move is sustaining. So this is going to be on a bigger picture watch list for me. Open Door, I know everyone's watching Open Door right now. That's been consolidating pretty well, if I do say so myself, at a higher highs and higher lows as well. You can see a nice little consolidation, structure holding, as well as this Rigetti. Oh boy, yeah, these quantum stocks, man. This sector is off to the races. We saw that consolidation on top of that 30 just last week, or first week of October. We started to really take a run for it. So yeah, coming into the first roughly week of the month, Rigetti's been doing pretty great.
All right, everybody, listen up. We now have some exciting news out of Canada for the sophisticated traders on our stream. BetaPro by Global X Canada is Canada's largest provider of levered inverse, I cracked myself up, and inverse leveraged ETFs. Has just launched a new triple levered ETF offering 3 times bull and 3 times bear exposure to the S&P TSX 60, semiconductors, and U.S. Treasuries. Even better, they're offering a special fee rebate, dropping management fees to just 65 basis points until December 31st. Plus, get the U.S.-focused strategies using currency hedging, offering the potential for pure performance and exposure. If you're a tactical, sophisticated trader looking to amplify your performance, check out betapro.ca/3x daily. Scan that QR code, of course, to get the symbols, the details, and to learn much more. Thank you to them for their sponsorship and continued sponsorship of the show. So we got our SMR. I took 2 fills down here on SMR. We took a 45 and we wound up getting filled on our 39 there as well on SMR. Same candle. It actually filled me, then ripped up. I punched more out there thinking that might have been the bottom for some reason. I got a little bit more out. So we sit there trying to hold on to this one and we'll see where it goes. But SMR right now, $1 trade there in the money. I'm very, very light now on like 5% left right here on Tesla, if not even less than that. So a lot of our outs are unfortunately at 445 right here, matching there. Then we got that drip down, and as Obi and I were actually talking about similar things like this, it absolutely puked, and that's where we were able to get out, bang, 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 and now we wait. I mean, I can, like I was saying, I could see this level. So I just want to play that, see if it winds up breaking. And if it does, then we're going to have the short. If not, then we'll look pretty foolish for not getting out there. But that is what it is. We're just going to give it a second to see if it gets down there. Trump is meeting an Israeli hostage. Did I just hear that in my ear? I don't know what's going on. But we'll get that from Adara in a couple seconds. When something about an Israeli hostage or something with Trump. I don't know. Okay, Dara's looking into that. Okay, but that's that for now. All right, so let's just continue with what we've been talking about right now and find out something else you guys may want to discuss. All right, so Open Door, I had that trade today. This is the only other stock that I traded besides what was on my list there, and it's kind of at the same spot it was at. We went long there at 875 or so, 873. We got out at 80s. We got out at 80s again or so. Then we took another fill there at 71 and got out when it broke. Got out at 66 or breaking of that 70, whatever that level was. So not a great end result there, but it does go all the way to the downside into 850, and then all the way back to 910. So I feel fine dancing with it right here. It's a cup of coffee that we lost, but right now you're bouncing off the 200 period, which has supported this stock, right? I mean, there's the break, whoosh. There's the support rate here of it against the 50, but now we're under the 50 and VWAP, but this could be worth a try right there against 870 again. So we'll keep a keen eye right now on Open Door, hoping that we're able to, see something with this stock, see something, say something, and I will if we do get that going. I don't know why Mitch today, was, wait a second, what was the story? So he was talking about Uber today?
Yeah.
There's the move down. He was talking about Ackman really liked it, so he was thinking about going short. So
yeah, that worked out.
It was just off 100, but look what else is happening to GM right now. Adara, what is the story that here it is right here, actually. I have the story, my bad. I'll just give it to you, and then maybe Adara can find out more about this. But U.S. Energy Department considering revoking the $1.1 billion in grants. Yeah, exactly. So Dara's just telling me in my ear that she already mentioned this, so I knew she had. But I just wanted to, because GM now down, go ahead.
I have no more details than that. That's all I've seen on it, truthfully. I wish I could give you guys more.
Hold on a second.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Thank you, Adara. There it is again. Okay. So I just want to say, that's why I wanted to bring this up. This could also, I don't think this is hitting Tesla right now, but the whole auto sector in general. We had a fire, Ford. Ford finally breaks out, guys, and then they get the fire in a supplier plant for their aluminum or something. Ford can't catch a break. Ford looked like it was breaking out, through that $12. Neil and I had sort of mentioned that. I think I'm still in a little bit of Ford, but now the more and more that I think about my investing strategy, I kind of only want to be in 10 or 15 names. That already is a lot. And then indexes maybe, because it's a lot to keep track of everything, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, that's something to consider for myself, not necessarily for anybody else. But there's a downside play there for Ford, right back into 12. I think this is a buying opportunity. It's not Ford specific, whatever's wrong with them. So we're going to have to wait on what exactly the effect of that fire is for Ford. But we got fire in the booth right now with Tesla as that continues to go down. Shout out to my UK friends with that fire in the booth. What's the guy's name again?
I don't remember.
DJ. My favorite one is with Drake, but man, I forget his name. But Adam DeLuze or anybody in the UK would know who I'm talking about. He's a bigger guy, he's a DJ. Charlie Sloth, there it is.
Okay.
Fire in the booth. He goes boof.
He has some great guys on as well.
I listened to some of them. He just
there's the other one as well. There's Shade 45, I think.
That's the radio? Or,
no, is it?
Siri has Shade 45.
Or I'm thinking about something else. Sway in the morning. The freestyle. So we're talking about freestyles, right? Yeah.
What's Sway? Is that a U.S.?
It's an American one. Sway in the morning.
I'm sure you can probably freestyle rap over any.
I mean, I like freestyle rap. I don't know if I can do it, but a freestyle rap is definitely something I'll listen to. Some great freestylers from back in the day as well. I used to listen to freestyle rap battles. As well. I used to you remember. Yeah, what was that?
There's a bunch of guys.
There was Jin, Jin, that Asian guy. I was like, Jin was straight fire. Jin, nobody's messing with Jin. Jin was sick. Cannabis used to be pretty cool as well. I know Cannabis and Eminem used to bump heads as well. What else? Who else was there? There's There's a bunch of them, man.
yeah.
I love those guys.
Okay.
You know who's more recent, and he's got some skills as well. Harry Mack. I don't know if you've heard of him. He just he's like this. He's on YouTube. Okay. Goes out in the street. He does it live. Just off. He tells you, he's like, "Yo, give me some words."
Right. He gets,
and then
like,
he just
words from everybody.
And then he people just normally just rhyme the word. He'll make a whole story around it. He'll rhyme the story.
Guy, right?
Yeah.
He's
absolutely skilled.
I think he's like on the streets of Miami or something.
He's everywhere.
Okay, he goes everywhere. There was somebody, actually, we didn't really watch this too much, but there was somebody similar to that on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Recently, like the latest season, there was somebody that was like a freestyle guy. No, I'm amazed by that. Like, people might not like rap or anything like that, but like just the poems, like the rhyming and all that kind of stuff, and how that is, I think it's, for me, it's definitely something. So, I really appreciate that kind of music for sure in that style. So. All right, and that's all I listen to is hip hop.
Nice.
Like if you look at my phone, it's kind of embarrassing. But I went to Oasis. I love Oasis. I love that concert.
Nice.
Right there. Okay, so some other things, some stories to talk about today. We've already talked about Tesla. I'm reading Sharif's open note right now, by the way. Like this is AMD. Like look at all these notes here. App Lovin'. Let's check out App Lovin'. You got in order to get involved with this, right? You just got to go into. You get these notes every single day, all reviewed. It's $5. It's like 20 cents a day or something, whatever $5 is.
Oh boy.
Right there, 50 cents. Yeah, 25 cents a day. You get all that. You go in there by join, and it's just a link that you get. You go into here, you hit join right there. First of all, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see this. I'm just gonna pretend we don't have 286 likes.
Oh boy.
You know,
come on, you gotta pump those.
5,400 people watching. I mean, me and Obi, we're talking about lots of fun things over here. All right, the people will do. Okay. Oh, but what I was talking about, my bad. My bad. What I was talking about was right here. Join. You hit this join button for $5 a month. Right here, you get all these cool emojis, which is kind of fun. You get a Randy one even, right? You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. Here's my guy Neil, and then you get a members only morning research note. So I think, if you are a member, you're currently getting it. Anybody that's a member, put it in the chat right now and let me know if you like that morning note. Because I think that with the value that's there, I've seen people charging hundreds of dollars for less information than that. Yeah, all right. If we hear, so Neil used to do something, it was called, it wasn't called Freestyle Friday because he's not freestyling. Neil
just rap. He would rap at the end of the day. I remember.
Right. So he would pick like an old Tupac song or something. Neil knows nothing about anything like north of any. Look, he'll tell you if he's sitting here, like north of like 2010. He does. He like knows older school rap and stuff like that, like Rakim and whomever in that. Yeah, maybe not really some easy, but anyways, we'll see Neil tomorrow. Used to rap every Friday, but not freestyle. So people want to know if Obi's going to be freestyling. But anyways, get it. Need an Obi. Yeah, we need an Obi emoji. Yeah. What? There's not an Obi emoji?
Freestyling some of these trades.
Wait a second. There is an Obi emoji. No.
Is there an Obi emoji?
I've seen people throw down Obi emoji.
There's an O boy.
505 likes.
Come on. 10%.
We just doubled it, Obi.
Let's go.
What we got to do is ask. Hold on a second. If there's no Obi emoji, then we are stopping the show until we get one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh shit. We are not stopping the show, but there is no, unless this is Obi. Who's this right here? Oh, that's Obi.
Okay.
Oh, we need an Obi face emoji because I can't even tell.
Yeah, that's me standing. Yeah, I think I remember that picture as well. Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So there is an Obi one. So
there's one in there.
The show must go on.
It's a full body, so you can't really.
Show must go on. All right. I just want to give a Tesla update. I'm going to use the 50-period moving average, man. We have such a small amount of shares left, so right now it's at 443.50. We break above that, man. I use that as a momentum changer, so that could even be the long signaling there. But you know what, man? For all of this to just be $5,000 or $10,000 less on the Model Y with cheaper parts, it doesn't do it for me. A little disappointing. Like the stock, love the car, but that's not the greatest amount of news for me there. Shout out to my guy Chef Joe, man. What a great call that guy's made on a couple Tesla trades. So shout out to you, Chef Joe. And he keeps on saying try the full self-drive. We would really, really like that. So all right. Other than that, all right, what kind of trades you guys want us to look at? I'm going to refresh this and give everybody an opportunity to get into the chat and vote on new names. Okay, because it's all the same names. It's Tesla. Why is there? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's why it adjusts everywhere if I do that. Okay. All right. So we are now into the power hour. So shout out to everybody feeling some power. But I'm just going to fresh start this. Start voting by putting in. You guys already know. The minute this comes up, people are all over this. So go into the chat right now. Start putting in. Wow, this is really, really getting going here. Put in $, whatever stock you want, and then Obi and I will talk about it as we see it in here. So let's go on that one, and we'll get a quick look in a couple minutes. But Obi, I've just been talking a lot. Do you have anything on right now?
No, I just took off the Figma.
Yeah, do you want to review the Figma trade?
Yeah, sure. I think I took what I thought was, I talked about this, what I thought was a bit of a high probability push here through the day low, and that did work. It gave you almost, I guess it gave you almost $1 from where I got in there, but it didn't really follow through as well as I was looking for. I was looking for a little bit of a flush there. We did hold this level multiple times throughout the day. You can see here first initial test of that 60 level coming in around 11 o'clock, and then kind of still holding around 12 o'clock, and then holding some more here around between like 1:30 to 2 when we came on. So I did have eyes on. We've already made a top on the day. 64s was where that was, and consolidating underneath VWAP, looking weaker and weaker, lower highs into this level here. So I think looking back at it, I think VWAP was a great place to get in, and even kind of this break of that morning bid was solid. But I think this little piece here, I think I'm willing to take that every time if it comes in, and if it doesn't, that's perfectly fine as well. I was looking for maybe a push further down. I think I might still be. Yeah, I was posted there as well. I got to remove some of those orders. But yeah, I was looking for 58s and 57s if it was going to continue pretty aggressively, but that didn't really come in. We got a quick 50 pennies to $1. That was a scalp that I was, I guess, not necessarily what I was looking for, but that's what the market gave me. So thank you. Come again is what I'm saying to that.
Thank you.
NVIDIA just holding consolidation underneath VWAP as well. So nothing too crazy. It's looking like the market. The market, sellers were aggressive off of the open, and since then we're just chopping around, what's this level again? I've been calling it out for a few weeks, and the market loves to magnet and orbit around this level as of right now, and that's that $25,000 level on the Nasdaq. There is one of these chips that I'm looking at currently that is not like the other, distinctly different, some might say, and that is ARM. Take a look at this one. The only one here that is breaking out of its day highs. It showed strength yesterday, pre-market relative volume. Nice hold, 155 buyers. Oh boy. Sean, guess where those buyers came in again today? 155. Once again, same place where they've shown you that they were before. Show up again. Same thing with the highs. Where were sellers yesterday? 160 halves. Where did they show up today? 160 halves. I can't make this stuff up, guys. The support and resistance is basically just showing itself to you on the chart, and then you just got to be there watching the tape, watching the action when and if those levels and areas and prices do come in. You can see yesterday we were doing relative volume, and the 155 hold all the way back up to 160. So nice little wash there on ARM. A bit of a miss on my part, even though I was having did have it on watch in my basket, but I'm not really looking at it that close. But it's because it's not necessarily on my main watch list. There's the aggressive strength all the way back to 60s. So yeah, my original stop from my original entry here was just above 60, but I'm like, if we break this consolidation above 59 halves, the probability to go to 60 in my head just shoots up, and it seems like that's coming into fruition right now as we're retesting some of these levels. You've got to remember, VWAP is where sellers are. Sure, day low, I'm expecting some stops to get taken out, and that's basically the trade that I was looking for. And if it's only going to go to 59, it's only going to 59. Where's the next trade is what I'm asking. People still talking about RGTI IONQ and Rocket Lab. Okay, let's take a look at those ones. ARM seems like it might find some supply once again in and around the same areas, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. But that's something to watch out for. I want to take a look at some of these names that we're seeing in the chat. What was that last one? RKLB. Yeah. I know this one's been running around. Was it this one and RKT, right? Both of those been kind of pumping around as of late. Wow, look at this trend, man. Absolutely beautiful. On the hourly, you can see we've been trending for how many days straight? It's about 6 days straight. And the breakout has happened, I think, on Friday. So breakout was on Friday when a lot of things sold off. Seems like Rocket Lab held the bid. Monday held the bid. Today, holding the bid as well. Did this not trade on Tuesday? I guess Where am I not seeing? Why am I not seeing Tuesday? Okay, wait, no, because today is Tuesday. Some days I forget about what day of the week it is. Let's see
today's Thursday.
We got some breaking news with Adara.
Niger on Applied Materials and ASML. Apparently, a House committee is alleging that Applied Materials and ASML both fueled China chip production. So again, AMAT, ASML, both being alleged here to have fueled chip production in China. That is being reported by Bloomberg, and the allegations are being made by a House committee. If I get more details, I'll let you know. Back to you.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Dara.
You're welcome, Trump.
They should have not given me that button. They should have not given me that button.
Oh boy.
All righty then. What was up with this stock? BURU. I saw.
BURU. What's happening there?
Google AI Plus just announced coming to 36 more countries. So I guess they're starting just to roll out some of their AI initiatives and whatnot there for Google. So nice little move. I mean, nice move down today. I really like Google, and I think we talked about the next one to go, and we saw Microsoft going to the upside. I think Google's had a little dip down into that 240 area. I'd like to get that again if we can. So maybe we'll just pay attention to Google back in and around that area for a spot of concern there, Google. So we'll wait to see if it came back in the 240. So I'm going to predict the future. I think we have some more news from Adair. Let me find out. Do we?
Oracle. So if you guys missed it earlier today, as you could see in the chart, Oracle took a big plunge to the downside. There were some reports about the chip rental side of its business and the margins on that being incredibly thin. That was reported by The Information, citing internal info from Oracle. Now, Fox Business is reporting, citing unnamed sources, as far as I can tell, that the information is, quote, off base and does not reflect the actual financials. So that's why ORCL got that little pop again. Fox News reporting that these reports on Oracle are off base. If I get more details on who from Fox Business is saying that or what the evidence is, I will certainly keep you all apprised. And back to you.
All right. Nice. Thank you.
Right. Oh. Thank you very much, Dara.
Yeah. All right, so there we go.
Version there.
I'm going to stop hitting it. I mean, so we're hitting a lot right now. But anyways, there goes SMR to the downside again. So we like the way that trade seems to be working. It does make a move back. What was that? Okay, we just got some more out at 18. Something about Snapchat all of a sudden right here. I don't know if there's so much happening right now. That might not be because there's something about tariffs. So, all right. So there was Peter Marks, FDA. This is a kind of an interesting story here about Eli Lilly. So let's just have a quick little look here to see if this is. It doesn't look like it's moving the stock too much here. But if you are an Eli Lilly shareholder like I am there, Peter Marks, FDA vaccine regulator, is now gone. RFK says bye-bye to vaccine. That dude joins Eli Lilly. So new molecular discovery and infection disease department there for Eli Lilly. So not much going on there today, but I just saw that came across the news board again. All right, man. We're doing this all live. Like really? There goes SMR. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Right now, $1.25 in the money on that one, and now we are $11.50 right now in the money on this Tesla trade. So. Yeah, we're really enjoying it. We've got a nice move to the downside. Oh, my son's swimming tonight got canceled. So it's Alice in Borderland time.
Nice.
Again. We're on like season 5 or 6 of episode 1.
Is there a new season?
Season 1. Season 1, episode 5 or 6.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm waiting for the new season. I think it's coming out soon.
I think so, because I think that's how it came on our feed. Like it was starting to get
new
popular.
Season coming.
Yeah, and then because we watched Squid Games and he was able to handle that, and that he really enjoyed it. Yeah. So, but Alice in Borderland's pretty.
Season 3's out, saying high vibrations.
Gruesome. Okay. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Okay, sick. Let's go.
Okay.
Is this your first time watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. So the last one that I just watched wasn't the greatest. I don't know. I think it's episode 4 or 5, but.
These it's a Korean, right? These Korean directors.
Japanese,
is it Japanese?
It's in Tokyo.
Is it in Tokyo?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
It's in downtown Tokyo.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it could be Korean. I don't know who.
I'm just saying these directors, man.
There was something else I want to look at. Oh yeah, what's up with this? I wanted to ask Adair about this. BURU here. We had it's. Yeah, BURU, and it was on here. I saw it on one of the stocks, and we hadn't really. Here it is, right here. 9 people asking about it, up 60% today. So it's a 41-cent name right now, doing just a ton of volume, right?
So they're going to be, or they have actually acquired the remaining equity of this company called Orbit SRL to lead the defense-grade SaaS market, and that acquisition was valued at $12.5 million. Now, BURU is a penny stock, so it being up 60% is, of course, relative there.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Adara. Yeah, so there it goes. Huge move up again for this name. And I would say, every time we zoom out, you know, we kind of have fun like this. We say, like, when in doubt, zoom out and things like that. But, like, this is kind of true. Like, you can see some levels here that go all the way back, 48, 50 cents, right? So this stock coming from a high bid, watch out right now for that stock. So 51 cents coming in on BURU. It looks like that's the top here today. I don't know, we might have made it. Actually, no, the top's just 44 cents today. We just made that. Then the pull back in. And right now it's bouncing off the 50-period moving average. So I don't mind looking at small cap names. Like this looks okay. The fact that it's underneath a penny bothers me a little bit because $1, it's a little bit hard in our system because you got to tab over and get all these sort of fitting your parameters and, you know, the shares and all that. Like if I put on 1,000 shares, it's like if it moves only 1 cent, it's only $10. So you got to like size accordingly, and you want to use more shares than that. This has done 700 million shares, Obi. So that's BURU on the day. What up, Miss A? By the way, Tesla's tanking.
The market took a bit of a
so part of the, I don't know if this is why Tesla's tanking, but I do have a new update from Tesla that came out about 20 seconds ago. Tesla apparently announcing that the Model 3 Standard comes with a smaller battery pack. So smaller battery pack for this Model 3 Standard apparently not being well received by traders. Back to you.
You could always, Obi's just saying great trade on this Tesla, but he was like, should be with me. And the thing is like, you were just saying it wasn't exactly at the level that you liked. So I wanted to actually address that concern, Obi, because I did the same thing here. Like that's 447.85. Yeah. That's
I liked it there a lot as well.
Right, so me too. So in putting a unit on, it's just kind of like, I'll put on like 20%, 60%.
Yeah.
You know, and then that way, if it breaks, look, it's a disaster. If your levels break, you're going to lose. Like my stop was at 450.50 or whatever it was, right? If that breaks, then you lose. But when it doesn't break, oh boy, you know, like this is a $14 winner, and like I could show you yesterday, man. I mean, even yesterday here, and it's just about looking for It's just about looking for trades and looking for your style, right? Neil, we all talk about finding the style and what we're trying to look for, right? Well, I mean, first of all, I bought Target yesterday. We tweeted that out as well. There's BBAI yesterday, nice upside play. But like on some of these plays that we had yesterday, and I don't know if, no, I'm not going to go back and look for them, but you know, we've had $10 winners, $15 winners on the show many times, and here's another example of trying to hold, and it does break that level. So that was a level of concern. Remember where my stop was? The 50-period moving average. So now you're at 440. Let's let it go and see where we can get off here.
How many dollars?
14 right now. Joe wanted to know how many dollars in the money there, but it is 14. So yeah, but we're starting to go down. So we have $14 there and $1.50 here on SMR. So yeah, we're cruising right now, cruising for a bruising in this market, and we're doing pretty good, and we're pretty happy about it. So let's go back over to, was that a call for Adair or no? Yes, let's go.
Guys, there's been a lot of news this afternoon, keeping things exciting, that's for sure. DraftKings, the latest one on watch. I'm seeing reports of a breach. Apparently, DraftKings has notified an undisclosed number of customers that their accounts have been breached or hacked, in a recent wave of credential stuffing attacks. If I get more details, I'll let you know. But either way, I'm seeing reports that DraftKings have let some of its customers know that there was a hacker breach there. Back to you.
Well, it's a good thing every time I bet I lose, so I don't have that much money in the DraftKings account, right? So it's all good on that one. No, I actually had a good trade. I actually bet the Blue Jays. It was like it was on FanDuel, and it was like a super boost. It was Jays. What's up, Russ, in the back? It was Jays win game 1 and Vladimir Guerrero get a hit. So the very first inning, the guy hits a bomb. So I was like, okay, check mark, and we're up, and we wound up winning that game 10-2. So that was all good. But my NFL picks is like, oh, howdy, Sean. Hey, you. I don't know if he means me or not. You see the spelling down there. Can you please take a look at Dell? All right. All right. I was going to ask Obi what he was up to. $15 now. Tesla. Dell. Okay, yeah, Dell, what was it, earnings? What was on that note there? There was
Dell
something yesterday. Didn't they come up?
Guidance, and they also had this conference call event this morning where they mostly, as far as I could tell, talked about AI in general and not really their AI in particular.
Oh, Tesla is like hitting the skids over here, boy. Like Tesla's now down to 234.
A lot of selling happening.
We're punching out some more SMR for $1.50. Yeah, I like Dell, right? I mean, up in that 3% today. It's kind of that same story that I was talking about with my guy Marvell, and that is that there's going to be a lot of winners in the AI race, right? I mean, we already know about that. If you're going to make servers and racks and all that kind of stuff, this is part of it. You just don't get these chips and just hold them in the air and they start working. You know, you're going to have to actually set them up and get them going. So I think that these racks, servers, and all that, we've seen SMCI have a nice run up as well. I think SMCI is what, $57 or something like that, or in the 50s anyways today. So yeah, do I like the stock? Yes. Do I think it looks perfect? Not perfect, but I like it. I mean, this bounce off the 50 period, that little gap fill right there, and now starting to take out year highs. I mean, you're not going to be, I don't think these are all-time highs on Dell, but yeah, no. So you still have a little ways to go. But yeah, I would say whoever asked that question there in the chat, thanks for asking it. Yeah, you're clearing out for some areas, 150. So you're only at 151 right now. I'd say, yeah, giddy up. I like the AI trade, but don't forget, like we all can't forget this, and that is that when the AI trade gives it back up, there's going to be some problems. And Dell is another one of those names that will fall down if AI is not what we all, build it up to believe, right? So you're just crossing over 150 now. I would say if you like the trade, take it and then use this bottom today, 144 as you're out. That's going to give you like 5% or so of coverage on that. And I think that's worth it. So I like Dell. I'll stamp that for the long term. Congratulations if you got it. I think you got yourself a winner there with DELL. This one's kind of speechless, as don't really know how far or whatever that this name even really wants to go. But SMR is also trying to get back into the lows. What about a bid at 39.50? I'm going to punch a little bit more out right there. There we go. We punched some 77s out. You can see we just sparked it. Like I hit a little bit and then it just sparks a little bit more there. So you got to watch out for liquidity. Sometimes it's not all that you think that it's built up to be, right? So there it is, a nice little out there on SMR as that continues to go lower. And now $16 now in on Tesla. We put the stops in and it just never triggered. So we keep going lower, man. Let's just keep on riding this. Now 440, that could be our new stop, but here we go, man, back to the downside. No, so what, okay, I have to show, the problem is that this little chatbot thing that Fabian has done is great. Here we go. I'm going to put this up, send selected message. Here it is. Okay, so what's up, Darth Trader? If AI bubble pops, does NVIDIA turn into Cisco? No. So the reason why? No, I mean, it's not an invalid point. The whole thing is that, so NVIDIA, you're just looking like, I don't think AI is going to pop in the same way, that we had seen the likes of Cisco, Nortel networks, even back in the day, like even Intel and some of those Microsoft to the downside when that kind of stuff happened, even Oracle, like some of these original guys, and there's so many other stocks that have even gone by the wayside, especially like network equipment makers, things like that. The thing about NVIDIA is you should be able to get a forewarning from their quarter. The minute you see the mega spenders like, what do they call them? The scalers there. Which one? What was it?
Superscalers?
Hyperscalers.
Thank you. Hyperscalers, once they start the pause on their CapEx spend, then I think we are going to see a flush in NVIDIA. But until that day, and it may not happen, okay, I think there's enough cash. These companies right now are cash rich. They can afford a downturn a little bit in this space. And I just think that we are nervous about NVIDIA and about the rest of these names coming back in. But we've seen CoreWeave. We've seen now OpenAI, and OpenAI is not public, so we're not going to be able to see what's going on with their stock. But as more and more of these deals continue to happen, I think we're okay for now. But does it turn into... Toronto Hydro's calling me. Come on, man, my bills are on auto pay. But maybe I should show them this Tesla trade.
Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, I don't think we're in as much danger right now. of a complete collapse of AI. You actually called it early innings the other day, and I wonder if we are in early innings right now of that. But my ear is to the ground. So all of us, Darth Trader, everybody that's in the chat, if we start hearing bye-bye Tesla 433, now $817, if we start seeing any sort of chips in the armor, kinks in the armor, things like that, then I think we should do our due diligence and get out of a little bit of NVIDIA, right? Because pigs get slaughtered. And although I just recently bought at 175, it is making me a little nervous, that particular position. So I think we got to watch out for our positioning. I don't know if it's the right time to start buying some AI names, which is why I did diversify a little bit. We bought Oscar Health, we bought some Target, we bought some SoFi. Those are like 3 of the last buys. Although NVIDIA sneaks in there, we do have some love for other sectors. So yeah. If you are nervous about it, ring the Reggie, man, because if you got out right now at 185 on NVIDIA, Obi,
yeah.
If the trade is true, we should break 200 at some point.
Yes.
So I would say there's going to be opportunities to get back in. But that's my take. Let's put that. Let's put a question up. I don't care how much time we have left. Let's put a question up. What inning are we in? Can we do that? What inning of the AI revolution? This is a lot. AI evolution, what inning are we in? So let's go 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9.
I would say, so what I said.
How many innings are in a baseball game?
9 innings.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I would say we're probably in the first or second, maybe pushing the
we're
third.
Gonna get it.
But like the thing is, I think that the stock is going to be different from the technology. That's what I want to preface that.
Andre,
right?
I just want to make this easy. How about this? What stage are we in? Early, middle, late? Okay, so what stage of the AI revolution are we in? Early, middle, late. Okay? Yeah. Forget about the baseball references. And you're saying early.
I'm saying early, but not, so like when I say early, I don't mean the stock is going to continue to go up. No. That's not what I mean. No. I'm talking about from a technology perspective, I think we're in the infancy. Exactly. I'll give an example of the .com. Like,
please.
The internet was in its like early stages, infancy. Right? As every single company was just adding .com to the back of its name and getting like multiple hundreds % winners, but the internet has developed significantly since then, right? But where are those internet stocks? What happened to Yahoo?
Right.
Well, Google's still up there, Microsoft's still up there, but they're not specifically internet stocks. They do so much more. Right? So it's like the technology will definitely progress. It will definitely evolve. And in that sense, I think that we are just in the infancy of it. In terms of the stocks, sure, there's going to be market leaders that will come in and go, and I think we have to do well as traders and maybe higher time frame, longer time frame traders as well, getting with the stuff that is in play for this season. This season is tech, it's AI specifically. Who knows what the next one will be?
Right. Okay.
Right. So I think in terms of stocks, it's a whole different story. If we're talking about from a technological advancement perspective, AI is definitely in its infancy. So.
Okay, good. I tend to agree with you on that one. I mean, I was talking about it with my kids, and they're just talking about like crazy things that we never even really thought about, and now it's possible to do many of those things. I think AI, is a big boon for healthcare and biotech. That's why I liked XBI and some of the biotech names, because I feel like the better we can get, the more testing, the more accuracy we can get from AI, lowers the cost of R&D. So something that I know that's not like radical thinking or anything, and some people have thought about that, but just think about that for what that could mean for cancer research and the cost of like this Spruce biopharma and all that. Like it took Moderna 24 hours to get the vaccine for COVID, and I just think like that, those studies and all that kind of stuff would have taken probably,
if they did it who
knows how long, the traditional way. Exactly. But now, all right, I just want to update this because I am, again, thank you, Andre, the poll is now up. In having good feels about this Tesla trade, you don't want it to go back up, right? I don't want to get hit the other side. So that's 436 right there. We were waiting to see if that was going to execute. It does. It takes it down. It goes down to 433. That's my stop. 436.50. So let's just put that in right now. Canceling my 440 stop. 436.51s. We'll put that in live for everybody so you guys can all hit that if you can get it. There it is. All right, here we go. Let's see what everybody votes for right now. So we're going to go with I know I just said like I thought I agree with you about early. I think we're growing. I'm going to go middle, but I do, as far as the technologies are concerned, I think that we haven't even seen, like all we're using right now is large language models. You know, like that's just a gathering of information and giving it to us.
It's not even.
We're not even really like.
That's
how
why I say
were,
infancy. That's why I say infancy.
Yeah. You got.
It's not even at its full potential. Like these are just
that's probably
like we're gonna look back on LLMs like 10, 15 years from now and be like, remember when we used to ask questions?
Right, to these stupid chat things. Yeah.
So I think we're definitely poised for a little bit higher. But then again, I could be wrong. So what do I know?
No, we all could be wrong.
But I think the important note is that the technology, definitely not a bubble. The stock, the stocks that are kind of associated with the technology, yeah, maybe some things are overextended, some things maybe are not, you know. And it really depends. If people think, if institutions and people who I don't know, who have all these analysts and they get paid the big bucks, if they find that their sentiment is bullish and they want to position into it, then I think that we could be poised for higher as well. So what do I know? I'm just here to follow what the market tells me, man. I'm not here to make assumptions and be like, oh, this is a bubble. Things are definitely getting crazy, but the fact that I think, like, the market doesn't care what I think. I can think this is a bubble. I can think this is trouble. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, are we making the right decisions based off what the market is telling us?
Right.
So in terms of technology, I can keep on going on about why we are definitely in infancy stages of the technology itself. So I think we're poised for great times ahead. We just have to wait and see, man.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong about anything like that. We're just really, I think we're, at the end of the day, we're pretty lucky, right, to be experiencing all of this, right? And I think that's kind of like what I'm telling my kids too. It's like, this is
my great-grandchildren are going to be like, oh my God, you grew up, you traded in the AI boom?
Yeah, they're going to be like, you must have killed it.
Not yet. Let's wait for the backside.
Like, shut up. No, but look, fun times here, and thanks everybody for all of that. All right, so we kind of went up to that 436 and then came right back down. So something to look out for here, it looks like, for sure, as we try to be as patient as we can be with some of this trading here today. SMR, just honestly, like, let's just, we're only talking about Tesla, but this is a big windfall here, honestly, right now with SMR as that continues a lower push here. So I'm really pleased with the way this trade is also banked out for us here today, just showing like you don't just have to trade the big guys, right? So let's just see did you even see where this chat is right now? Yeah, so bullish on AI, looks like right there. So nice call. Right. All right, we haven't talked too much about crypto right now. And if we're in the early stages of AI, crypto may be similar, right? Similar kind of stages here for crypto, although crypto's obviously been around for quite a minute now. I think Bitcoin just hit its 20-year anniversary or something like that. But, you know, since people have been really trading it, maybe 10 or 15 or so years for BTC and whatnot. But I still, you know, really like being involved in this space. Today you had quite a dramatic move, right? I mean, IBIT did touch, I don't know if it was all-time highs, but came close into that again this morning. We were around 124. And then we've just had a nice downside play here. IBIT down now 3%. I don't know if actual gold fell as well, but gold hit an all-time high this morning as well. And still upside. So right now, it looks like Peter Schiff and company winning that battle for now about gold v. Bitcoin. But yeah, nice move upside for gold and not so much there for BTC. We also do have a little bit of a rough ride with Ethereum today as well. That was down 4.4%, now down 5%, and going a little bit lower now for ETHA. So, hey, look, man, it's easy to celebrate wins when you have them. And sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself. And I heard Joe talk about this on the midday. It's like if you believe in stuff, sometimes you got to let it just breathe a little bit and not jump the gun on all these kind of crazy moves that we do see here. If you're in crypto, we already told you, and you guys already know that it's not for necessarily the weak at heart here. You're going to have to hold through some plays. And right now, that's kind of what it's trying to figure out. All-time highs there for Ethereum. Just made, I mean, it was made about a month or so ago, but we got right back into that level again. And now you're just suffering through a little bit of a dip down here. So I'd say stay tuned. More to come here on ETHA, and I prefer Bitcoin and some of those other names like a Cardano or Solana, but I really do think the big dog is where you need to be, and that's going to be on IBIT or BTC. I know you're a Dogecoin kind of guy, but we'll get that all figured out. The market, I wish we could talk a little bit more about what this market's doing. But honestly, man, we're at the same level we were at since 11 o'clock right here, and it doesn't look like it's threatening one way or the other here, Obi. So I don't know, man. We're just going to watch our stocks here. We got $15 here. We got $2 here. And that's about it. And good. Let's talk about yours. Have we even talked about that new position yet?
I mean, I'm watching it. I was just listening to you, man. I'm watching that Tesla and that SMR as well. Great shorts on those. I got involved with a little bit of PayPal here. Nothing too crazy. There's a sustained bid that pretty much lasted almost a whole hour up into VWAP, and then that bid kind of stops. I don't know about transacting, but like just kind of like switches off. So I did get a little bit involved, but I don't know. Let's see. Market's kind of staying sideways here. We're kind of sideways on PayPal as well, relatively speaking, to its lows and highs. So yeah, just watching this one. Nothing crazy. I'm waiting and looking for the next trade there. Carney in the chat saying, any shorts on CoreWeave? Yeah, man, I saw CoreWeave, but way too late. CoreWeave was great, was a great short, and maybe even a good reversion, but nothing too crazy. The short was where it was at. I think if you had that range low break and that continuation as well, that was great as well. So I am watching that, but unfortunately didn't have any piece or participation in that one, Carney. So good call out there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed some action on CoreWeave, because I'm pretty sure that had an intraday catalyst. You can see that with the volume coming in and the flush as well. And we did get some decent continuation as that action came in very directionally as well. Figma. Yeah, it's a good thing we got out of there. Still kind of consolidating, trading around 60s. AMD, I have not seen anything that's that great as of right now. Maybe the last trade on AMD, which kind of aligns with how I like to kind of observe things, were these VWAP tests and sellers kind of stepping into VWAP there. Again, obviously that's going to be nuanced with more things. I'm not just getting short every time price pops up into VWAP, but that definitely has to be prefaced with a bunch of stuff there first, for sure. What else are we looking at? I know I was looking at some app loving, but off of the open wasn't really loving any sort of
I see
action
what you did there.
So didn't participate, but it was good. Nice reversion there. I'm here most of the week, so.
Okay, good. Yeah. Seems like you're here a lot lately.
Yeah. So the bounce was there, but since then we've just been kind of consolidating sideways. So I'm not really seeing too much. We got 30 minutes left. Tomorrow's another day. There were great opportunities. I think the best opportunity for me, I pointed out before, and I'll point it out again, was that 218 short on AMD. That was very, very telling. It was very obvious, straightforward. Sure, you can say a lot of things. It gave you a distinct area and a distinct risk, and if you kind of followed that along, it happened to work out pretty well there on that one. IBM was another name that was running in the morning, and that thing faded off, man. That thing couldn't hold VWAP, and it's pretty much trading at its day lows right now. Another stock that I missed, and oh my God, this is the one I should be part of, right? We talked about why this is a good trade. We talked about why there's a strong probability of continuation, and look, it's puking into the close right now, and it's Starbucks. We were looking at it at $82. It's sitting at $80.82 right now. Sure, it's down $1, but it's traded about 7 million shares, very, very liquid, gives you tight risk, and it's kind of moving down very gradually, right? It's only now that it started to accelerate and puke to the downside on Starbucks. So yeah, a bit of a miss on my part. I called it out, I pointed it out, I tried to look for a place to get in, and I looked away. That was my fault, but after that, it just continues. The continuation is definitely there. So it was definitely something to watch out from. But I've been talking to Sean about this as well. You can have great ideas, but you've got to be able to execute and catch them in order to make it effective, right? And there's different ways that traders can accomplish that. So we're trying to work on that a little bit as well, trying to get a little bit better every day, trying to catch everything as much as we can within the playbook and not trying to miss any sort of trades, especially ones that I was watching already. Sean told me or talked to you guys about like the different layout that I have. I'm watching like anywhere between 6 to 8 stocks in the morning on my full watch list, and once the market opens up, I'm just like, okay, let's see which one of these stocks is doing what I'm looking for to get to participate in, right? So PayPal eventually did sorry, not PayPal, Starbucks eventually did do that. So a bit of a miss on my part.
Yeah, I remember you looking at that Starbucks. Might be time to buy some Starbucks.
PayPal is whatever.
Yeah, PayPal's a great one there as well. Hey, what's up to 2 NY Cent right here? I'm going to put what he just put on in the chat. I just have to find it here. Where is it? Oh, right here. Here it is. Oh, about the Dodgers coming through there. Too hard for me to find this. There it is. I put it up here. There it is. Cent. Yeah, man, I got a lot of love for the Dodgers. I mean, we're wearing our Blue Jays hat right here. But the funniest thing about the Dodgers is, again, I think it's going to be Dodgers-Jays in the World Series. I think that's going to be awesome. I mean, we were the ones that we thought anyways that we had a good bid for Ohtani. But obviously Shohei Ohtani chooses LA, which makes sense to me. I mean, weather, fan base, I mean, I think Toronto's one of the best in the league. But yeah, I never thought a 55 home run pitcher would be pitching to a 56 home run batter in Kyle Schwarber. Like that was amazing. I saw Bleacher Report or somebody tweet that out, and I was just like, man, that's amazing. Like we have a pitcher in Shohei Ohtani. There's this Japanese pitcher that is one of the best pitchers in the league.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some names.
Yeah, I mean, I just said his name about 3 times, but yeah, the fact that he doesn't lead the league, but he has 55 home runs, which is near the top of the league in home runs, as well as a pitcher. Like, it's like amazing. You kind of get 2 for 1, which is why the guy makes like $70 million a year.
Boom.
Right there. But he also did have Tommy John surgery, so you're working a little too hard over there. All right, so just my stop on Tesla is still 436.50, right? It's kind of this break right into there. Now you've kind of finally, this could be the turning point for Tesla. I just want to say, like, that break right there, 430, I'm getting out not too fast, like not too shortly after this. But this is now, there's the 21 period. Look, the last time we broke it right there, we definitely had some issues, went back up, but still rejected the 50 period moving average. So it looks like right now, the same kind of thing. You could have got long right here around 434 and change. Now you'd be a buck plus in the money. So maybe I did miss an opportunity there to do that. But if I was long, I would probably look at 437, 436.75, something like that, in and around the high area for a print. So that would be something that I look at right at around there, okay, to get out of this trade. But I'm going to get out on the, I mean, you know what? All right, I'm going to use 437 now. I'm just going to use the 50. I don't have that many shares at 437.01. That's the 50 period moving average. If we break that right there, it's at 18s now, but if I just give this a minute, it'll come back in. So 437 break, that's right there. I'm happy if that's where we wind up getting out. So let's just play that, okay, and see where we go. So we're having a good time there today. Unfortunately, the market, see, now it's trying to go back up. So let's go over, and we know we had some strength in NVIDIA today, but that's flat. Honestly, man, I can't pull money out of a stock that looks like this. So I'm glad that you're in and out of PayPal. I was going to say.
Like it started bidding up. I'm like, all right. You know, like I said, it reserved like 74 holes. So I was watching that. I know we were talking. I was just watching that kind of reserve. I'm like, all right, if this kind of comes back in, I don't even want it anymore. I did get a little aggressive punching in a little bit lower. I guess real risk on this move is up here. But if I see the action and the flow coming in, I'm starting to get with the program and be like, I don't need to let it tell me that I'm wrong with it hitting the stop. I can just let it tell me I'm wrong with the price action much before the stop comes in. Like, why am I waiting for that to happen? If I think this is high probability, gonna go hit the stop at the very least. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out on that one. No, like, here's the thing, I'm getting comfortable with losing, right? It doesn't matter. I'm totally not attached to this position. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I really don't care. And where is the next trade? We only have about 22 minutes. So the next trade could very well be on these imbalances that are coming out in about 11 minutes now. So the market's sold off pretty aggressively. We're trading at the lows. We're still kind of holding on to that 25,000 on the Nasdaq, which I keep saying a little bit interesting to me. I do like the when certain significant prices, like a quarter, like 25. I like 25s. I like 5s. I like multiples of 5s as well. But when like a key psychological level that you think is psychological actually starts to come in, and the market starts to show you that, okay, we might magnet this this from both sides, it's a little interesting to me. And we've been doing that with that 25,000 on the Nasdaq for a few weeks. Yeah. So you know what? I kind of want to just go look at that while we wait for some of these imbalances to come out.
10 minutes.
Yeah, we still got 10 minutes. We'll look at the Nasdaq and just look at this on we'll say an hourly. It does trade most of the day there. So we'll go 3H right there. So I like the 3 hour. 3 hours is fun. But you can see here, look at that, 25,000. Let's just put a line up here where 25,000 is very clearly. Boom, 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 boom. Where is it at? Right here. So you can see how we've been interacting with this, right? So pop, grind, 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 drop back down, reverts back in, boom, 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 holds at resistance, pulls back in, reverts back in, boom, boom, boom. Grinding reserve, and then pops up, holding the bid, holding the bid, holding the bid. Look at that, squadunk, slam, right? Like this is what I mean, reversion, boom. So selling coming right into this level, a bit of a magnet, support, sorry, resistance and support. So 25K, I don't know, but the market's been showing me that this might be a level of interest on the way a little bit higher because we have been making higher highs and higher lows. So I've just been observing that. I think it's interesting. I don't really have any trades.
Here's not a bad trade here
on
set
that,
up.
but what's going on there?
I was going to say Target. I mean, again, we just bought it yesterday basically at this price. But here it is coming back into the VWAP. There's only 9 minutes left. But this isn't a horrible opportunity here, right? I mean, we had sort of dealt with all of these prices between 88 to 89, back and forth, finally breaks, right? So if there was one real trend, it was right here. But now you can see, you know, you pull back, and whenever you get a pullback like this, pretty much right into VWAP, I mean, bad man she love, right, Joe? And right into here, Target is one bad man right now. And I don't know.
It was bad man forward, bad man pull up.
Bad man pull up? No, Joe told me it's bad man she love, right, Joe?
That's a different one.
Oh, Joe's listening to something right now, so he's not
true. Yeah, he can't hear us.
He's not paying attention.
Have you heard the other one? Pop Can are the only man she want?
No,
that's a good one as well.
No, man, I haven't heard that one.
That one's a classic.
That one sounds classic too. All right, so just quickly here, what else we want to talk about? Let's go over. I mean, I want to go over some names. Let's just see what the government, first of all, is saying right now. We're going to the Kalshi market to see how many days. Okay, well, at least it's a little bit less than yesterday. But remember, yesterday, yeah, there's those imbalances. Whenever I feel the table vibrate, I know that Obi's got the imbalances on his mind right here. So yeah, yesterday it was 22 days. So now the fact that it's 21 days, I guess, makes sense. Not much changing that in the betting market right here. So how long will the government shutdown last? But is that, like, it's already lasted, right? So I just wonder, is this 21 more days right now? I'm going to have to figure out the rules here. Shut down more than 15, between September 5th. Was that when the government first? No, that's not when it first shut down. Anyways, I don't know. But right now, this number is still in the 20s, so that's not great. We like to see that get a little bit lower, not higher for that. And the number one name still leading our way here on our sort of our visualizer right now still remains, Webull. Actually, we didn't look at Webull today. What am I even doing? Okay, Webull came up there. This is a stock that, again, like, I bought more SoFi yesterday. I don't really know what to think about Webull, to be honest with you. So maybe we'll have a quick little look to see down 5%. Miss Adara, was there news on Webull today? Because that is a pretty, man, this is zooming in. Again, IPOs, like, hey, when your best day is your birthday, I mean, you know, you're going to get a birthday every year. But yeah, Webull, like, was really, really excited when it made its debut in this world. And since then, it's been a harsh reality as it's come right back in. But yeah, you're getting close now, man. This goes all the way back to September. No news. Okay, so this basically goes back to June right now, these levels. So you're giving it all back, man. All that money that we thought we had made. Now, I got some out on this bump, but nowhere enough to be happy about this. All the way back into $11 and $12. Man. Remember what Robinhood looked like and what SoFi looked like and all that before they took off? It looked very similar to all of this. So, you know, you're going to find a bottom, and I think the best spot to wait for is around here, $11 or $12 on Webull. So just continues to make moves lower. And again, like VWAP, right? Whenever there's this gap, play it to VWAP. So there's the gap down, and when it gaps down, you want to go short. So there's the short, there's the short, there's the short as we go. And there it is, man. We will bang that one out on Tesla, $13 right there to end the trade. So the good old Barry Horowitz, which is, of course, a WWE, pat yourself on the back. Barry Horowitz was the ultimate jobber. You know what a jobber is?
No.
Okay, so they would just face like, it would just be like on a main event or like just on, you're watching a Saturday afternoon, something like that. And then out comes Macho Man or Hulk Hogan or whatever. And they would just beat up these like jobbers. So they're just guys that go to the ring basically to get beat up. And anyways, the guy never got.
They just call them jobbers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like scapegoats, kind of like they're
just there for a job.
Yeah,
that is to lose to the best guys. And you have to like take its finishing move and all that stuff. No. Opposite than a fighter in hockey. It's just a guy that shows up. Their only job is to like get the audience going. Like he's the heel. So he's the bad guy. He always loses, things like that. So, and then Barry Horowitz, because no one ever gave him credit, he would just like do the old. His jersey that he wore had like a handprint in the back there because he was always patting himself on the back. Because he always got killed every match. Right. So, there goes Tesla back to the upside. So we definitely like getting out of that stock right there. 434, nice bottom, nice take back to the upside there on TSLA. So that's going to be my number one. Actually, my number one P&L stock still is AMD. Actually, we had a great run there on advanced micro devices, and we were loaded up. So that was my best trade of the day. SoFi kicking it as well, man. That was a buck right there. That was the best we got. Was a $1.30, and we got out when SoFi broke that level, which turns out to be pretty good. Although SoFi right there now back to the upside. AMD, we are getting ready for those imbalances.
Yes.
Tesla, SoFi, and then SMR. We have one red name today, and it's right here. It's Open Door. I again like the stock, but just didn't hold out for that long. It does go down to $8.40, back up to $9.20. So I'm gonna look back at this and be like, man, I was long at $8.70, but this happened too, right? So can't. Was that a chicken sound?
Yeah. What was that?
What was that, man? It's not. Look, I mean, we didn't have chicken. Oh, the chicken was chicken teriyaki glaze today, which was pretty good for lunch there.
Yeah.
Tonight we're looking at bowls. Salad bowls.
What are those noodles called?
I love those noodles, right? They're glass noodles.
Glass noodles, yeah.
I like those glass.
That's a fitting name.
They're hard to get on the board.
They're a little slippery. Yeah. I want to know what like the carb content of that is. It's just interesting.
The carb content? Shut up, Obi.
He's saying tune your boy in right here. All right, let's get.
Well, this guy's talking over here.
What's going
on? We're live, man. We're just waiting for Assassino. There we go.
There he is.
Remember when I said it sucks to suck? Yeah, it sucks to suck, man. Pull up the screen too, Assassino. Man, we punch heavy from red to green. My brother, well, we go heavy right here, and then we don't take the reload and get back in. There's no reload on that one. I'm reloaded. So yeah, there we go. Sucks to suck, guys.
I'm tired of this self-deprecating stuff, honestly. That was a great trade, Joe. Obviously, we don't... Yeah, no. But, I mean, great take. And that's the thing, right? Like, it's tough. I didn't have that many shares for $14. It's where I take out is very similar to what Joe did there. When you have the winners, you start to take them out because especially with this market, you always want to hold something for the run, right? I mean, I'm trying to get to that 20% comfort zone when the stock's running. That's kind of what I'll try to hold on to. Don't generally do a very good job of that, but trying to do that. So that's where my mentality is, and then you just start to piece it out. So we kind of did that with Tesla, and we definitely did that with SMR. We didn't do that. We just kind of got out on the way down as it kind of bled like this. But we now do have, as I move, this coffee's still like half full. Like I don't even know what I'm doing here. But we do have these imbalances. Looks like Ford's going to come out early as a sell right now, so we'll pay attention to see if that triggers. In a minute and a half, these all become live. So you notice there's no Nasdaq names on here. These Nasdaq ones will be from 9:30. So these will update at 3:50, but we do have early looks on New York stocks. So that's what's happening right now. CMG as well, Chipotle. I was about to, remember I said this, I have no idea what Chipotle's done, but I think it was with you last week or maybe it was with Neil. I said that I think Chipotle off the bottom might be something. Oh God.
I think it was, because we talked about Chipotle and then we talked about, it's a private company, Chick-fil-A as well.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, right? It was with you. So there it is, man. Good call, honest. Whoa. Good call on that. I don't have this, but I do remember talking about it. And it was last week. So it was down here, 38, 39 bucks. Nice little bump up there for CMG. Look, we're not going to Barry Horowitz ourselves on this one. Yeah, this could have some get up back in it. All right, 20 seconds left. I'm just going to fix my imbalance locator so I can only see New York and Nasdaq names, not from the morning. So we'll adjust that source, and then we'll wait for it now as we'll get ready to see it. So 9:30, in about 30 seconds, this will all update, and we'll be able to see Wagwan with the closing trades there. And I still have Target. I bought this yesterday. What's up, Charlie? We have a super chat from Charlie here. What's this guy saying over here? He's back, man. Yesterday, thank you for all the super chats yesterday. I know it's Canada, but do you really need to dry meat and furs on the new set in the back? We'll figure that out. What is?
I think he's looking at the wires in the back, hanging off of the frame. That's pretty funny.
Thank you for that, Charlie. Oh, all those?
Like those things hang, like look on the screen, look how that looks on the screen, right?
It does look like we are like hanging like, like things of sausage or something like that, or big ass strips of bacon. Bacon. Yeah, so those are just, that's, whatever. So that's where, if you get stopped out, that's where you go, is what Fabian was talking about right there. So, but no, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And those are just all wires. Wait till you see the screen that's going to be. All right, so Rigetti right now with a little bit of a sell side push there. Doesn't really seem to be affecting the stock. We've had Pfizer with a lot of love recently. That's back down to $26. Man, the time to sell that was on the Donald Trump pump. That's for sure. Up to $27.50, $28. That's really come back in. All right, man, the Puff Pass name over here, Tilray today, getting some love back in. So a nice little move there for Tilray back to upside. WFC as well, giving some trades through. So, I don't know if anything caught your eye there, Obi. We just have SMR right now, and we did stop out of our last trade there with Tesla, but nothing too crazy, unless I missed something. IBIT with a little bit of a bid. That started to catch some love back there to 121 on IBIT. We'll talk crypto tonight with Brian Shannon. He's coming on. Let me just double check that he hasn't sent me any messages here. No, he hasn't. So he will be back on today with us tonight. Adair and I, Brian Shannon with the recap show.
Yeah. I'm just
open new day highs, of course.
Open. Wow. Yeah. I'm not really doing. I don't see anything. I might have eyes on some things, but I'm not really participating in anything here. But I think the market's catching a little bit of a bid. Nothing too crazy going on the Mag 7s. Amazon's catching a bit of a bid as well. Alphabet's selling off. I'm not seeing anything too crazy either. There's some Rigetti here as well, so I don't know if that's doing too much. But let's see, Rigetti.
Rigetti was doing some stuff too.
Yeah, Rigetti's on as a 1 million sell imbalance, but you can see just nothing, no real reaction there. So I'm not really seeing too much. So I guess tomorrow is another day. Mike P. DeRider saying tonight. I'm done for the day. Yeah, it's like that middle kind of zone where you don't have too many earnings. Earnings are going to start kicking back up in a few weeks there as well. So. Something.
What about him? You want to look at HIMS? That stock?
We can take a look at it
asking
in
about
just
it in the chat.
a second.
Okay.
So guys, Trade the Pool Beat Ackman live trading competition is here, October 8th to 10th. Every day, Ackman makes his move. Your mission? Outperform him. Beat his return. Prove you've got what it takes. Then, the grand finale on October 13th, broadcast live right here on Trader TV with Trade the Pool team live in the studio. And guess what? There are over $600,000 in prizes that are up for grabs. $25,000, $50,000, and even $100,000 evaluation accounts, plus surprise giveaways during the live show. Don't just watch, compete, beat Ackman, and win big. Scan the QR code and start trading today. Oh boy. All right, so it seems like PayPal did catch a bit of a sell off of that VWAP, but you know what, I'm not really participating in it. We have about 7 minutes left until the close, and I think you said,
I just covered SMR to wrap it up there. So
you know what, is this PayPal might be punchable. I gotta.
The thing is, there's only 3-4 minutes left.
Yeah, there's 3-4 minutes.
I'm gonna go get set up over there. So I just want to bring to your attention that someone did ask about HIMS.
Yeah, and I'm pulling that up right now. Thank you, Sean, for that. HIMS, yeah, HIMS hitting high of day, so that's taking a little bit of a run here. See, does it have an imbalance that trades on the NYSE? Yeah, okay, so nothing too crazy. That's the thing. I was just saying this. My NYSE imbalance locator, I don't know where it is here. I'm not really. I got to set it up, and I don't have time to properly do that as of right now. But yeah, HIMS bidding up pretty aggressively. 58.19s right now. You can see that it broke out of that 57.20-ish opening range high pretty well and sustained as it stair-step higher, and we're getting that strong close. So I haven't really been watching this too closely, so let's take a look on a higher time frame and see where that is relative to some prior levels. Oh boy. Some of those anchors holding really well. Let's take those off the screen. Holding really well on top of some structures, 52s holding, and maybe revisiting the high of the range here at 60. So bigger picture, I like the stock, but you can see over the past, I guess, year, since the beginning, we've been within this range. So I think scalping every few months might be the best way to kind of take this in the range here. Oh boy, take a look at this. PayPal getting slapped to the upside as of right now here, and nice little swipe up on that one. So the question becomes: is there a buy imbalance on PayPal? I do not see anything, guys. That's a crazy bid that's coming in. So yeah, no idea why. Glad I didn't get punched the short into that one there. I'm glad I was a little patient and waited for that one to kind of do whatever it wanted to do. So that's the pairing there, 55 on the Nasdaq. So yeah, we get some crazy moves sometimes, and sometimes you don't get anything, right? Alphabet to its day lows as of right now. Let me know, what did you guys trade today? I know we talked about AMD. Everyone's all over AMD. I know that. AMD day 2 was absolutely great. Day 1 was even better. In some senses, I think the day 2 continuation that happened today, bigger picture, if you're still sitting in your swing, if you were in from pre-market highs yesterday, that came in really nicely as well on a lower high at 218 today. So that's one definitely I'm going to be keeping on watch as the week kind of carries on. We're looking like we're holding up, right? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at how AMD has panned out since yesterday, where we had that 35% run up. Again, you don't see that kind of stuff every day, right? This is kind of a little bit rare, a little bit overextended, kind of crazy. Oh boy, very much indeed on this move here. So 227.78, those were the pre-market highs, and those were also all-time highs. Let's take a quick look back. Look at this. 227.30 was the all-time high previously printed in March of 2024. Now we come in today, or we come in this week, we print 227.78. So a strong push through it, but a failure to follow through, and we got a lower high, nice little flush, and it came in. Selling came in again once more today. But here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. We're holding levels. Like, we accelerated, we're consolidating sideways. So the question becomes, if we consolidate sideways long enough, and price starts to accept this higher, it starts to accept these higher prices and consolidate, I think we could be poised for maybe another leg, right? Everything's been kind of hitting their all-time highs, and AMD finally got that approval from an AI company, from OpenAI, being like, okay, these guys are good enough that we are willing to use their chips. And before that, it was just NVIDIA. NVIDIA was how do I say it? The most attractive thing in the room. NVIDIA was the one, and now AMD has gotten that seal of approval. So I'm really curious to see how this kind of action pans out throughout the rest of the year as well. We know how aggressively strong NVIDIA has been on its AI bid as well. So AMD has been lagging behind for a while. That's coming in pretty nicely. Bigger picture. People talking about bull, long and bull. Yeah, man, I like the idea, but here's the thing. I was going to say this a little bit earlier as well. A lot of these IPOs that had a lot of hype around them, straight up, man, amazing swing shorts. I like the long idea, but within the span from IPO to now, just go back and look how many IPOs actually trended up, how many IPOs trended down, and which ones would have been great swing shorts. I know everyone's trying to find value in the next greatest long. But the trade is right there in front of you. I mean, I don't know. I think Figma's been great as well. We talk about Fly, a lot of these IPOs. Remember Voyager, that one's probably down in the dumps as well. So a lot of these just kind of faded off, and structure lower. So swing shorts have been working quite well. So pretty grateful for being in this market for sure, man. I really like it. But tomorrow's another day, right? Every day we're getting great opportunities, and I left you guys with a little bit of a tip earlier on after the morning show, and it was just a lot of the opportunities, some of the better opportunities in this market are just coming along. So if you have the patience to just sit on your hands and just observe, more often than not, you'll find something that you'll be like, it'll start screaming at you. That's what I like to do. I'm like waiting for a trade to scream at me and be like, yo, you better be in this, you gotta be in this, right? So unless and until that happens, I'm not really getting too aggressive on anything too crazy as of late. So I think that's been working for me. But having patience, I think, is bigger picture is a great thing to kind of practice. Easier said than done. But this is the day for you. Hopefully you guys had a solid day. Don't forget the bell is brought to you by OGEN Orogenics. So check them out. 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy. Thank you all once again for being here. Neil will be back tomorrow. So you guys will see him again. And I'll be here later on this week as well, Thursday, Friday, filling in for Sean. So I'll see you guys soon enough. But don't go anywhere. Stick around, because right now we got the market recap with Sean and Adara, and I think they're ready for us. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one.
That was fast. Okay, what's up, everybody? Darren and I are just talking about Drake, and we're talking about Degrassi High and all that kind of stuff right there. Because you asked me if I like Party Next Door, and I was like, yeah, I like it. I like Somebody Loves Me, that new Drake. Well, it's not new anymore, but anyways. What's up to the market recap show, Adara? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Thank you, Adara.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Adara.
Thank Adara. But yeah, that Trump thing is great. And that, of course, that was with Dara.
Dara, the CEO of Uber. And people ask if that's AI. That is not AI. That is, I want to shout out Fabian for that, because I heard him say it. I legit thought I was tripping because I heard my name, and I was like, why is my name being said by Trump? And then, yeah, I was like, it has to be a sound. So that is a real thing that was said by Donald Trump to Uber CEO Dara.
Right, and then he started talking about Iran with him apparently, and all this other
really
wild
weird.
stuff.
But it was an iconic moment.
Okay, so we go out today. Let's just check out what do the Qs go out at today. So the Nasdaq here. Welcome, everybody. This is your market recap show. It'll be about a half hour. We have Brian Shannon coming on very shortly, so get ready to ask him some questions. SPY, Nasdaq right now down 0.5%. We'll check out what the spiders did there on the S&P 500 as well, down 0.3, so not great. Gold up today, so that was really nice to finish that for a nice little move higher. And then, of course, today we had IBIT and whatnot, so gold up 0.5%, Nasdaq down 0.5%, S&P 500 up down 0.3%, IBIT down 3%, and Ethereum. You get all this at the bottom of our screen, right? So you can see right there we have crypto and whatnot, some of the indexes floating through there as well. Ethereum goes down 5% almost to the exact dollar as well. All right, I don't know if you want to go to my screen or not, but we can.
Oh yeah, we can get, you have it up.
I have it up. Let's just do this right now. Come to my screen, we'll show it right now. The top headlines today, pretty easy, right? We have Tesla, we're going to talk about that, a new affordable Model Y. So Adair and I will weigh in on this as well. And then analysts weigh in on AMD. So AMD gets upgraded today, actually, on that OpenAI talk as well. We have Canada-USA trade talks happening today. Over here, back to the screen. Let's go through a rundown right now. Hey, yo, what's up, the fawns in the bottom right? Yo, what's up, Elon? 2 thumbs. How many thumbs you got? 2 for this guy right there. Back to the screen. I'm an idiot. AppLovin faces, I just noticed this right now. AppLovin faces SEC probe. IBM plus Anthropic, that's a big deal, so we definitely like that. Record inflows today for BTC, but then they came outflows real quickly as well.
Oh, yeah.
Trump selling student loans. We talk about SoFi taking some advantage of those. So that's kind of the stories that we're talking about. Tesla, what a day for them, Adara. Tesla, of course, today, they're chases the affordability angle, right? So Tesla came out today today. We all wondered what it was going to drop. I was trying to go short on Tesla today, and we did. I can show you. We had some big trades. If we just go here, toggle, no, not toggle header, oops, toggle header back. If we get our trades up, we don't care about the trades. Tesla today, Model Y, they dropped it today. So it was a newer model of that, likely below, I think it came out at what, 39,000 or something like that? Or there was different models coming out there.
Oh yeah, 39,000, sorry.
Yeah, 39,000 US dollars there for their new Model Y. A little bit less features there, not as high quality as far as the interior and the exterior, smaller screen. I don't know if that's gonna move it anymore. I thought today that we were gonna get a robo-taxi, a Model 2 or something like that. So for me, a cheaper Model Y there to help battle the EV tax credit that was removed, Adara. So I don't know if there's anything other than that we're looking at, but we did get a break down from that 450 level, and man, did we short that today. We had a great short on Tesla. We took $14 on it, and it was a good one, but I really like that 450 area. Let's see if we can break through. Did that impress you much or no?
No, because as I said to Sharif and Joe during the midday, I think the idea of making a model cheaper by taking out all of the cool features of it is almost kind of condescending, a bit insulting to somebody who wants a Model Y that maybe can't afford a Model Y, right? And my thinking is if you can't afford a Model Y with the tax credit, you probably can't afford one without either, because even it's going to be more than a $7,500 difference, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I think traders don't like it, and we'll have to wait and see if people buying it actually like it. But here's like the sales. This is cumulative for Model Y and Model 3 from Q1 2023 to Q3 2025. And as you can see, we're running into a bit of a ceiling here, just shy of 500,000. This does not include the other vehicles category. This is literally only the 3 and the Y. So I mean, yeah, maybe this will help those sales, because I guess this would be in the Model Y category. But yeah, I'm not sure, Sean.
All right, yeah, I mean, I think I'm with you. I mean, great graphic there. Go make sure you find us at Trader TV Research, where Daryl will be posting all of these. I actually really like the Model Y. I think it's a pretty attractive looking car.
Model Y not?
Yeah, Model Y not. I went with the Model 3, just a little road, getting back and forth throughout the city.
Between them?
Model 3 is just a sedan. Model Y is the bigger. Yeah, so I think you had each. I think you had a picture of each of them on there as well. Okay, so today we had the analysts weigh in there on AMD, and we did get a nice little look. I think it was Jeffries with an upgrade on advanced. On my screen, okay, good, on advanced micro devices, and that one there it is right here. So this is what we've got going on right now. And again, a good little graphic. Thanks to Dara for building this one as well. But there's the upgrade on AMD. Again, part of that upgrade was that backed partnership with OpenAI, obviously, and here it is right here, arguing the deal serves as a strong validation for AMD's AI outlook. So, of course, you get Dr. Lisa Su right there, cousins of Jensen, right? Yes. Wang from NVIDIA, of course. And there's the price targets on the bottom right? So 4 upgrades today from Rosenblatt, Benchmark, Wells Fargo.
Or these are just like
these are just the major ones, and Truist as well. So a lot, we talked about early innings or not. We still actually have that vote up right here on the chat. It's 49%. If we come over to my screen now, Fabian, that'd be great. 49% versus 32%, 49% early innings, 32% middle. I kind of feel like we've had a nice little boom here in the AI trade. AMD made all-time highs this morning, yesterday on that news, and today we get going again, and then the fade trade. So, I mean, yesterday was something very, very similar. There's the bump up on AMD, right? And then there's the fade all day. Here's the bump up on AMD today. There's the fade all day. So, I mean, still up nicely back-to-back days. And I think if you're an AMD shareholder, you do have to be pretty happy with all of this. But again, a couple upgrades coming through for AMD today. And I think it's good levels. And there's more room to run on this name. But at the same time, I look at this little breakout level of about 185 or so. I feel like we could trade back down there, which would be nasty if that does happen. So I'd say watch out for AMD. For now, I like the stock, but I do worry about OpenAI. They're not making any money. They're making all these deals, a $100 billion deal with NVIDIA recently, and now this with AMD, where they got some warrants in the company as well. So we'll see if that winds up working out. It's a mega deal with OpenAI worth approximately $1.5 trillion, and it's what, the 6 gigaflops or exaflops, and it was 10 for NVIDIA. Yeah. So a little bit of a lower deal there with AMD, but again, we like the stock with OpenAI deal here. What do you think about AMD?
I mean, yeah, I think from an intraday perspective, to bring it for trading for a second, I do think that today, at least, unless you had that long on the open, and I want to shout you out, Sean, for that, unless you had that like breakout, there wasn't really much from a trading perspective today. But like that 200 level, or just above 200, held really well as a base yesterday. Let's see if that base continues to hold as we go into tomorrow, because we didn't even touch it today. Yeah, I think all these AI related stories, just to broaden from AMD a bit and to talk about another major story today, Oracle with the AI related story, right? You know, we have NVIDIA, apparently these Oracle NVIDIA chip rentals maybe not going as well as we thought. And then Fox comes out and says, actually, that report's not updated.
Right.
Like, I would love more context. But either way, yeah, I think this AMD and this AI story in general, as Jeffrey says, there's certainly some validation for it. We know NVIDIA actually just really started to get into the M&A swing of things. I want to see if this continues, but I mean, I think for a company like AMD, which is kind of in some ways viewed as the little cousin, if you will, to NVIDIA, it does show that they have teeth, and ChatGPT sees them and respects them. OpenAI, I mean. Right.
I think that AMD, they do have what it takes to compete, but I mean, I think NVIDIA still benchmarks higher, obviously, on their GPUs. This was my trade on AMD. Long, long, long. That's awesome. Please hold, please hold, please hold. Bang! Right there, nice little $6 move. And so that's why you got to get out early, because we saw that fade yesterday, right? And we tried it again right there at 213 once it broke our level that we wrote down on our sticky notes. You can check that out every day at TraderTV. Sean, we did start to this was my #1 P&L play here today. So we had a great trade on Tesla. Here's my Tesla trade, by the way. I put on, it doesn't really matter, but there it is right there. These are the shorts, there's the shorts, there's the last little bit of a cover. Tesla actually moving lower here after hours. So watch out for 432. Those are those key levels there after hours for that one. All right, well, we nail those other two names like perfectly. I did not have AppLovin. I know you talked about trading this a little bit today. Congratulations, I saw that you had a good day.
Thank you.
But yeah, this one I was wrong on. There goes AppLovin right now. It plunged 14% early, right? Yesterday, here's the news. Let me show you there, right there. After news of an SEC probe into its ad data engine, the short sellers broke these stories a long time ago about the App Store and things like that. There's over 3 short seller reports this year alone on AppLovin, but right there, nice move there. Apparently they're scraping user IDs from Meta and from TikTok. It's the sharpest drop of 2025, and they are a relatively new entrant into the S&P 500. But I was asked today during the pre-market, and there's the move there. Here's the move today. What did I think? And we saw this action from 8:30 all the way back in, selling into the open, and then, it was like a big boom right there, upside. Oh, I guess we have something happening with, there it is, thanks. We'll go over to that screen in a minute, because Adara has the story on AppLovin, but there's the move up there. So yeah, I guess almost, I don't want to say all the way back up, because it's not, but we made back half, right? Down 14% on that move, back up 7% today. So I guess maybe there's not enough teeth into this probe, Adara, but we go back up 7 or 8%. Let's put that graphic up.
Yeah, so here is this AppLovin infographic. This is the CEO of the company. I do want to say here with AppLovin, and I always give this caution, like this is the type of stock I love to trade, but it's one that you have to be incredibly careful with. This is the only, at the time, it was a $300 stock that I've seen halt intraday, not on news, on volatility. It's a little bit of a crazy one, but yeah, I think 650 certainly is resistance. Now, Sean, it's worth noting this did not come out of nowhere. This was that stock that had 2 short reports in one day. That's the day that it had a volatility halt. And then the bear cave did a short report the week before that. So yes, it had 3 short reports in a 6-day period, plus Muddy Waters with a short report later. We kind of knew there were these allegations. We'll have to wait and see, though, as you said, if there's any teeth to these allegations, because this is not the first time they've been made. It makes sense the stock's going to react negatively, especially because this was just added to the S&P 500. Right. So we don't want another SMCI up in here.
We do not. We also have to remind everybody that this show, of course, is brought to you by Global X and their BetaPro 3X product. Go check them out, BetaPro. So just type it in, BetaPro by Global X. 3 times levered product, similar to the TQs. They have the S&P 500, TSX 60, and there it is right there. So make sure you go check that out. We want to thank them for continuously sponsoring our show and the main sponsor for this recap show. So thank you for that. We want to keep mentioning it to everybody, because the levered product is kind of cool for everybody in Toronto or in Canada as well. You get that currency exposure, which is pretty nice. That gets delayed, so you don't have to worry about it. They handle that. All right, IBM, on our graphic today, IBM jumps 5% here on a deal with Anthropic. So finally, everyone wanted Perplexity and Apple tie up, Anthropic and Apple, but it looks like IBM right now ties themselves up with it to integrate Claude 4.5 into their enterprise software. So we have Microsoft working with enterprise, right? Meta's working with their own sort of platform. They're building their AI into WhatsApp, into Instagram and Facebook for ads and whatnot, and help a better user experience, right? Google's building the large language model. They're also working on enterprise as well. And then they're working on search, obviously, as is Perplexity. But it looks like now AI enters IBM with Anthropic. So that was a good deal. I thought it was good. Big Blue's now rebirth. I mean, remember Watson from Jeopardy days? So they've been doing AI for a long, long time, man. IBM, to me, is legit. They've got a great dividend behind it. And what a stock, if we look at the chart right now of IBM. Look at the daily, man. Really off. They had a rough ride there. They had missed. This is when Google was also falling back down, as we had worries about new quantum entrants and whatnot. What was going on with search for Google? What was going on with IBM and quantum? But right now, it's a nice move back up to the upside, and we actually break through today and look at that 295 area. So that's going to be pretty key. I like that breakout. It looks like we'll close underneath 295, but this is what IBM looked like today. Forget about that high wick. Basically, the high was 3 bills. So right into here, about 10:30 or so, we hit $300, $300.50. We do fade off. I think this is a day 2 play, man. I think tomorrow, if the market's up in the morning, I really like IBM, and I think we can break through some of these levels. We're going to have Brian on shortly, but this VWAP right here, 297, that could be a play. I'm looking for this kind of a break tomorrow around that 295 area, and that sort of coincides with what we're talking about right here, 295, 295.50. Let's see if IBM can break higher tomorrow. I still like the stock. Any thoughts about IBM here?
Yeah, I mean, I think holding that 300 is going to be huge. Today, we really struggled to do that. And there was a while where I thought we were going to flat top break it, and then we just kind of languished. So yeah, I think it's hard too. IBM is one that's not necessarily seen as a day trader, and I think for good reason. I will commend, though, the volume it had on it today, because this is, again, usually one that even if you have a story, you're not going to have volume. It shows that traders are watching international business machines. Let's see if these business machines keep revving up some profit for the longs, because as you said, I believe this all-time highs is a key level. And I know this was one Neil had on his Jimmy Carter picks, so congrats. Yeah,
we love that stock. Yeah, congrats on that one. And a great day for IBM. And again, more news, more information. We really love that stock. I mean, I think the old technology becomes new again. I like IBM, so I think good server business as well. We've seen Dell go to the upside. We've seen Oracle, some of that in the storage and the running of these big major, to the TikTok deal on Oracle is really funny, because Oracle's actually pulled back quite nicely off of some of those earning highs. Maybe we'll talk to Brian about that in a minute. But if we go over, Fabian's busy working over there, but if we just flip over to my screen quickly, we'll talk about this BTC story today. So yeah, Bitcoin today smashes that 126,000 mark, but then it gets smashed right back in. The ETF inflow today, we have roughly 5.95 billion, which is a record. Institutional money definitely driving this. I mean, retail doesn't have that much to get this going to the upside, but then look what happened. As soon as, boom, we came back in there for Bitcoin, that was a huge move that just fell back into 121 right now. So we're going to see if it winds up holding. Thank you, Fabian. If that level winds up holding for Bitcoin. But now this is on watch, man. Big time volatility spikes. We also had Ethereum down 5% today. Ethereum was actually a little bit worse off than, here, let's go to Ethereum on Coinbase right there. Against the US dollar, they were down 5% today. This looks a little more toppy to me than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin just a one-day pullback, as is this, but this has had a little bit of chop up here near 48 to 5,000. So Ethereum, some downside. We also had some Solana today pulling back a little bit as well. So Solana back down into 223 or so area, just bouncing off of that 270, 280 high for Solana. So you got to watch out. This one also maybe seeing some tops as well. So the crypto space, not that great today, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of them, right? They kind of go up and down, ebbs and flows as a team. And this is the one that we like to focus on here live on the show. Unfortunately, I have this bad wick that was created down there to $63. That obviously doesn't happen, but this is what IBIT looks like. Pretty bad all day. But again, there's VWAP, man, breaking through 71 and really holding for it all day to the point where we almost crossed it. Nice little battle. Let's watch that bottom tomorrow, 68.50 on BTC. Adair, of the right age where I think Bitcoin might be talked about and might be held in your portfolio. Do you hold any Bitcoin?
I don't hold any Bitcoin. I don't hold any crypto. And as I've said, I'm not a crypto bear. I have no issue with it. It's just not something that I personally hold. And I also don't know anybody, I believe, outside of the people I know here and work with that has any crypto.
Yeah, remember we asked that on the chat the other day, and it was like 50-50. I was like surprised.
From outside of work, I literally cannot think of a single person I know who has crypto. Which is maybe just the circles I'm running in, though.
Next time, ask your Uber driver.
I don't Uber that much.
No, but then you wouldn't really know the driver,
Yeah, right? I don't know their age.
They always ask me
questions.
questions.
I feel like when you start talking to Uber drivers, then you just go down a slippery slope. Like,
I like talking to Uber drivers. I don't know.
I like talking. They have weird. I just find I have weird interactions.
I like talking to like the Starbucks, like the baristas. I like talking to like anybody.
But
really.
Uber, you're trapped in a car with them. I think that's why I avoid with Uber. But
I get it.
Like I have no problem talking to.
Oh, what's your thought about Uber? My wife likes this. Now, as a female, you can request female drivers on Uber.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
I actually really, depending on certain neighborhoods too, you might be safer. I really like that.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think I could shout out, bang that out there for Uber. I think that's pretty.
It's a good safety feature, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's good. So I like that. I just don't think there's as many female Uber drivers. So
I was just going to think about that. I've had like maybe less than 10% of my lifetime Uber drivers.
Yeah, maybe even less than that for myself as well. All right, it's time. He's waiting. We don't keep him waiting for that long. It's Brian Chan. Let's bring him on. It's Trader Talk. All righty then. Hi, Brian. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, Sean.
Good. As am I. I love that smile. We love having some good energy on the show. Over 4,000 watching. This is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends. Thank you so much for joining. You can check our bumper at the bottom. Find him on StockTwits. Find him on X as well. Brian, we got that crazy move in AMD just a couple days ago. And since then, although it was up 4% today, a nice pullback. I was wondering if you had any sort of anchors or anything that we could talk about on AMD, because we got all the way back to its all-time high, and another major cap move, man. 25% on such a big company seems a little overdone. We've pulled back a little bit from those levels. Give me your thoughts on advanced micro devices.
John, if you remember last Tuesday, this was my pick.
It was.
And you know what happened is I bought it on Wednesday, and then I got stopped out on Friday.
Okay.
Gain. I mean, it was a profitable trade, but the stock started breaking down below the month-to-date anchor, and I got out right there, and I missed this entire thing.
Yeah.
Just crazy. But, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and it was funny because I actually knew that someone on our chat, when I was sort of promoting that you were coming on, they said, oh man, Brian's last tweet was a sad one about AMD. So you must have said like, woe is me. But I feel like as traders, and we say this all the time, on to the next one. The thing is, you read it right, you made your trade, it hit your levels, you got out, and then that's what I mean, $80 a premium or something on an option. Like that was an absolute crazy stock there. But let's look forward on AMD, right? I mean, yeah. So I look at here on the daily chart, and if we can flip over to my screen, maybe Fabian, we do have that nice move. I don't know if this is looking Doji Star-ish. I mean, obviously we need to see the next sort of fill out right here, but I don't know, that topping tail candle that actually, Brian, goes all the way back. We have to let this chart load up, but it almost matches, almost to the dollar, what we did in February of 24. So price, has memory. It remembers, it has history. So what do you think about that? I mean, I don't know if I want to go long AMD until we break through that level or until we get back into here. It's definitely not in the penalty box, but I don't like that rejection of all-time highs.
I agree with you, Sean. I mean, either you missed the move as I did here, and now you've got to, chase it and throw caution to the wind. But I think you're better off just kind of letting it settle down a little bit. You can kind of look at Oracle, and in the same regard that Oracle had that big gap up, and it is, consolidated, and it's right now it's got this little pattern of lower highs and lower lows since then. So I think you want to give Intel a little bit of time. If you miss it, it's not like it's going to go another 30% all of a sudden. I think that your risk is greater than your reward opportunity for at least a couple weeks until it settles down.
All right, we talk about on to the next one. It was 2 weeks ago, maybe it was even 3 weeks ago, I'll give you more credit. I asked you right at the end of the show, I was like, what idea do you like? And you said something about spaghetti. All right, and we obviously referenced Rigetti. We've been talking about that the whole time. I like Penne, but as this comes back in, look at this chart for Rigetti. So let's give a couple bangs, a couple big congratulations right there. Let's go stock blitz. You get a stock blitz on this one there, Brian. But you were talking about this potentially breaking out. It bounces off the 50-period moving average just so nicely, and there's the move, man, for Quantum. You basically have a three-bagger on this one. I mean, I'm not sure if you're still holding anything or what the idea was there, but Rigetti to the upside. Does Quantum still have legs here? What do we think? Dealer's choice, any Quantum name, but maybe even specifically Rigetti. It's always talked about on our show.
Rigetti, I took a very nice gain in Rigetti, and I had over 1,000% in some of the options in there. So I was really pleased with that. And on this leg higher, I've been day trading it a little bit. I still think that, Soundhound, not really a Quantum, is kind of still building some energy in here, Sean. That's one of my favorites right now. If it can hold up above the low that it made today, then I think you've got great upside and the potential for one of these moonshots similar to Rigetti in Soundhound. So the other little name that is kind of looking decent is Lays, Seal SQ. Anyways, it broke this resistance and that blue year-to-date anchor. It pulled back in, but this is one to keep an eye on over the next few sessions. It's not ready for a purchase yet, but this is another Quantum name that maybe can do something, along the lines of that. Okay, that sounds good. Hold on one second. Do you guys want to walk through? Okay, we'll do this for 1 second. All right, go through now. Go quickly, go. All right, Brian, just wait 1 second. We're having a little bit of a change here. Okay, back. All right, you just dropped Soundhound on us. Like, you kind of slowly drop that in there, right? There's a lot of traders talking about Lays, so that was a great one. Thanks for calling that up. But let's not just, I don't want to just gloss over this name because you've brought this name to us a couple times, Soundhound. It is a nice AI play. I also like Big Bear AI, BBAI as well. I know you and I have mentioned this as well. This is a name that we've been buying off the 50 period, off of the 200 period as well. Big Bear AI and Soundhound. So what about Sound there? And you just kind of went by real quickly. I mean, it's really bounced off nicely off that 200 daily right there, nicely off the 50 as well. What are we thinking here? More legs upside on Soundhound? I think so, Sean. The thing that people always have to remember about stocks like this is they have these great moves up, and that's what everyone remembers. But then they tend to do something like this, dropping from 17 down to 12 in just a couple days, dropping from 19 down to 15 in a couple days. This time, it seems as though rather than correcting price-wise, that we're seeing a little bit better hold on in here, and it's correcting more through time. So when we look, for instance, at a 15-minute time frame, we're right at the month-to-date anchor. That's that blue line right here, and we're at the rising 5-day moving average. So I think as long as we hold these lows right here, you've got a very good chance that this stock launches higher again, and from here, it looks reasonable that it could head up into the low 20s, low to mid 20s. Yeah, we always hear that they always have some great catalysts. Always has them NVIDIA dropping their name in there as well. So we really like that one. What about these metal stocks? I mean, USAR, LAC. Today we had TMQ. Is that what it was, Adara? TMQ. TMQ today, another absolute monster. This is all follows MP Metals, which had gone up about 6 to 8 months ago when the U.S. took an investment over there. USAR, MP Metals, LAC. Did you ever trade any of those? They've been really hot fire. I do, and MP gapped up. I was planning on making a buy in this one today. It gapped up and then sold off. It's building nice energy along the rising 50-day moving average, and you might even want to call this a cup and handle. Some people would say. I thought you were going to say TMC because the metals company had a good day today. It closed right near the high. You had mentioned TMQ. I hadn't seen that one. It looked like, though, a big gap up and really not much opportunity. This group, though, remains strong, Sean, and it's, they're getting extended, though, from 15 to 30 in just 5 days in USAR. You've got to be pretty careful with these and look at them as day trade candidates right now. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't want people to get too much FOMO in them. I think if you've missed the trade for now, you can let it settle down. There's always going to be some of these pullbacks, right? I mean, I think this market is just so momentum-based. There's so many different sectors, like the uranium trade, the quantum trade, like we just talked about there. Have you seen copper? COPX is absolutely insane. That continues to go higher. GLD continues. We had 4,000 for the very first time today in GLD. I see you typing in copper. Isn't that quite the run there?
I don't know if this has gone sort of under your radar or not, but COPX right there today, flat on the day, but look at that run, man. I mean, even from those April lows, like, sure, I know it's cherry picking when we go to these lows, but even if that didn't happen, some of this support here at $38 and then this bounce up to 62. Look, copper's in new homes. It's in all of these phones that we have. It's in all these EV cars. You like gold, copper, silver? You have a favorite there?
I don't trade the metals, Sean. I've got some gold bullion that I have a very nice cost basis from a couple years ago, and I'm just holding that. I don't like the way commodities trade with, two sets of supply and demand, one for the stocks, one for the metal. And, for COPX, that's much purer, but you've got these daily gaps, so it's just not my favorite group to trade. But what a hell of a rally here, and I'm surprised people aren't using that as part of inflationary talk.
I know, it's insane. And I mean, great call when you talked about the whole metals there, the metal company there, TMC. So a way to get involved in it all. All right, we've had a couple traders on our show called SoFi, like the next Palantir. I think that's a little excited for SoFi. But I like it because, again, it's playing that same sort of theory of what to look for next, right? We see quantum's the next thing. I think SoFi, we've talked about Robinhood, we've talked about that younger generation, and I just took my 13-year-old, he opened up his first bank account, and I was sitting there thinking like, okay, now that he's with TD Bank, he's probably gonna stay there. Like for myself, I don't switch banks that often, and I feel like if SoFi and Robinhood and IBKR and some of these newer sort of apps, not IBKR as much, can get the younger generation, they may have them for a while. SoFi has their banking charter as well, offering loans, mortgages, checking account, saving account, and now you can get 3.8% just on your cash sitting in there. I like SoFi moving forward, and man, oh man, they just went back in. They almost went into the penalty box to take a turn from you, Brian, of course, all credit there. But bouncing off that 50-period moving average, guess what? Your boy hits the buy key a couple days ago. I got long at 25.50. Now it's a nice upside move on SoFi. I like this for the long term. You know anything about SoFi?
I don't really. I think you just explained it very well, and I agree with, that they're tying younger people into the banks. I was just reminiscing in my head, Sean, remember those little pass books?
Yes.
When you opened your bank account?
You had to put them in the ATM?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now it's all on the phone, which is great. Now, we sound old, but beautiful, like you said, beautiful bounce off that 50-day moving average. It had been holding the 20, and this is typically the way momentum stocks trade. They'll ride that rising 20-day moving average. Once that breaks, we get a deeper shakeout down to the 50. We get a big rally, then perhaps another test of the 50, then the 20 crosses the 50. But we've got more upside left in this one, clearly. It looks like it's headed for new highs, easily probably going past that $30 level.
Brian, when we're having thanks for that passbook thing. I'm actually going to tell my kids about that because I remember you had to line up and you got push it in and just like dot matrix printer, right? It'll go line by line, that was insane. Like the amount of work that must have taken, how many times those things broke down, I couldn't even imagine. All right, so great. Look, when you're having fun, the time just goes. We're already past time now, 4:31. You've given some ideas today, obviously. I love your LAES Seals Q there. I think there's been a lot of people talking about that on the chat. They really appreciate that. You got anything else for us, Brian, before I let you go?
It's pretty slim pickings out there. I'm starting to watch, actually, of all stocks, Merck. Merck just crossed back above its 200-day moving average. That 200-day moving average is going to start to flatten out in here. It's a nice controlled pullback so far, but it is still in pullback mode. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one over the next probably week or so and looking for maybe a test of this anchor off of the 26th that would bring it down towards that 86 level. If it stabilizes in there, then maybe Merck is going to be getting ready to get going. But I think things are pretty stretched here, Sean. So I'm keeping it closer to day trade mode right now.
Yeah, I'm similar. We had a question about what inning. I'll ask you this. What inning do you think AI is in? Do you think we're early stages, middle stages, late stages, as far as an investment is concerned? I think NVIDIA bumping its head off this all-time high. I'm getting a little nervous up here, especially with that AMD pullback. And we've seen Oracle make the move to the downside. CoreWeave seems like it wants to turn around a little bit as well. I'm getting a little nervous about all of these chip plays. Are you still sort of feeling the same kind of thing around here?
I feel the same way, and they continue to behave well, though. That's the thing. I mean, they're still in uptrends. I thought that maybe on Friday that AMD was gonna be a failed breakout, and then we had it rip higher, and all these semis are still behaving well. Overall, just from the story standpoint, I mean, we've still got all the build-outs going, and it just seems unstoppable for now. As soon as we start seeing some indications that spending is slowing down, then it'll start to trickle over the stocks, but we're not seeing any of that yet.
All right, Brian, yeah, I asked you that question because I kind of feel the same way. When we can't find, and you said slim pickings out there, when the setups start to get a little questionable is when I think you got to put up some sort of a concern, and that spidey sense starts to tingle again. So, all right, everyone can go find you at Alpha Trends on X and on StockTwits. And I was looking for your book, but I don't have it right here, right now. But everyone go find it right now. What's the name of your book again?
First one is technical analysis using multiple time frames. The other one is maximum trading gains with anchored VWAP.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Obi has it. Oh, he's going to go get it.
Oh, he's running.
Oh, he's running to get it. Obi, hurry up and bring it. Oh, there it is. There's the book right there, live on the screen. It's always on one of our trading desks, so there it goes. Go pick
Great
that.
Handwork there.
You see what we're doing over here for you, Brian? Again, thank you so much for joining us every single week. Your insights are awesome. I want everyone to go pick up your book. So that's Brian Shannon, the one and only. Thank you so much for joining, and best of luck with this week, and I'll catch you next time.
Sounds great. Thanks, everybody.
Ciao, Brian.
Just laughing at the Vanna White treatment there of the
Yeah, that was awesome.
Book.
You just called Obi Vanna White.
No, I didn't call Obi Vanna White. I liked it. I was laughing at the Vanna White treatment of the VWAP book with the presentation.
Not to throw Darren, but she did not call him. I just said that she called him that.
Yeah, because you wanted it to be.
I'm just trying to have an event out of this, right? Yes. But thank you, Vanna, for that. That was really, really nice. So thanks, Obi, for that. Thank you, Brian, for all your efforts. I mean, this guy coming on every day and giving so many years of experience and looking at the technical analysis, and again, some great ideas there. All right, Adara, thank you so much for everything today. You used to work at Freshie. Tonight is Freshie night.
Oh.
So Freshie is like a kava, like you make your bowl there, it's salad based, or you can get noodles, there's different bases you can get. But then I'm gonna give you an option of 4 different proteins, because that's generally what you choose.
Yes,
so you got the tofu, you got the beef, you got falafel, you got chicken. Is there another major? Oh, now they've added shrimp.
Really?
And tuna.
No, they
because they have poke bowls.
Okay, well, I haven't.
So here, so pick a protein.
I haven't tried the shrimp or tuna, so I can't comment. I like how they do the tofu, so I'm going to say tofu.
Yeah, me too. That's our family.
The way they marinate the tofu is so good.
Yes, my family gets tofu, so I actually like the falafel as well.
I haven't had the falafel. Like I don't know. When I worked there though, I did fall in love with tofu, but I don't think I tried any of the other.
Ramin, give me a protein. That's Ramin's hand. Give me a protein. Shrimp, okay.
Right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining again. We always have a great time on here. Thanks, Fabian, Ramin, Brendan, Obi. Thank you for that. Thanks, Adara.
Brian Shannon in the chat, too.
Thank you to Brian Shannon. Brian Shannon, what's your protein, man? I don't know. He feels like maybe he's a beef guy. Oh, that's Ramin pointing the time there right now. Well, just bill us an extra 5 minutes, Ramin. Come on, man. You know what I mean? All right, thank you. Okay, now we're getting, there he is. Shout out to Brian. I don't know what you guys are showing on the chat. We have lost our way. Thank you so much for watching. We're back tomorrow live at 8:30. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and make sure you join us tomorrow. That's Adara. I'm Sean. Ciao for now.